Hello, everyone. Live reaction already. And I believe WrestleMania we're only 7:05 Central Time. Let's kick it in up a notch. How's everyone doing out there who is joining us here tonight for WrestleMania 37, Night 1 of WrestleMania weekend here? Of course, you're seeing Jade, Ace Monex here. And we're about to get this thing started as we are about to roll into Peacock. We are about to roll into Peacock. If you can just bear with us for just a second. Well, once we get Peacock rolling, everything so far during WWE week this week was pleasant to a degree. We know that Monday Night Raw ended in very good fashion, at least because every time we do every time we expect a go home WrestleMania episode of Raw or SmackDown, we expect it to, be a huge build-up, a huge hype of sorts, and it turns out it's not even the case. So, and I was expecting that for Raw, nonetheless. But for SmackDown, I expected something, that could lead to that, and it did, to our surprise. And here we are.
Pick up where we left off last year, shall we? On an adventure unlike any other.
And we already started with the opening stuff.
An epic journey and battle for the ultimate prize. Immortality.
We apologize because we did got on really at 7:05, so we can assume the introduction of America the Beautiful might have already taken place within that time. So we're already jumping on board.
Tonight,
with the opening package here of the introduction to WrestleMania.
Created unforgettable moments and memories.
So as far as the episodes of Raw and SmackDown, we did witness it. To our degree, SmackDown was a little bit more satisfactory than Raw, because even though they did do a WrestleMania SmackDown just last night involving the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle, which is somewhat okay. Also, the SmackDown Tag Team titles were up with the Dirty Dogs still retain the championships. And there were other matches involved. There were a lot of promos. And for the first time ever, while WrestleMania is seen on the network around the world, for us in the United States, we have to watch it through the Peacock TV. There's really not a lot of venues where you can actually get Peacock, especially if you want to watch WrestleMania on the big screen. For us, since
what about the big finish?
Normally we have the Fire TV, and unfortunately there is no official app for Amazon. There is an unofficial app for Peacock. That's at your own risk. So we suggest, not to try it, but that's you. If you want to go for it, that's at your own risk. We got nothing to do with that, but we do want to let you know that there is an unofficial Peacock app for the Amazon Fire TV. We know that PlayStation 4 has it. So
For the first time,
we have that set up on
in 1
PlayStation
year,
4 sweetly.
1 month.
It's also on Xbox One. And if you're in your regular computer screens, of course, you could watch Peacock TV and you could watch WrestleMania from there. Now that is sweet. We're already watching the beginning, the introduction, past introduction. It is awesome to see a venue with crowd finally. This is what we wish that could have happened last year WrestleMania, but we were already at the brink of the pandemic. That was 2020. We're 2021. Now we're seeing it how it should be. Even though, for the record, there is going to be crowd all over. But the rest of the seats, if you can tell, to fill in those seats to make it look like an actual full crowd in the Raymond James Stadium is actually cardboard cutouts. So that's what they did for the Super Bowl not that long ago. They're doing the same thing for WrestleMania.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that within a matter of months? And yes, first of all, we would like to point out that before tonight, this weekend takes place, months before, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay was the host of the Super Bowl, and it was only befitting that, despite the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won in a practically not so full stadium, and it's the same thing this weekend. But nevertheless, the WWE Universe is their being with their image on those seats. They're in it for a reason, and that's to see what will transpire this weekend. Tonight, it's gonna start out with it because we got great championship matches. We got great grudge matches that's gonna compile tonight, and pretty much what the WWE Universe wants to see: who will emerge still champions, or will there be new champions? Who will emerge victorious? It's on the line because this is the showcase of the Immortals.
For the record, we do want to inform everyone who doesn't know and who are watching us right now. The main event that's going to close out tonight will be the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match between the Boss Sasha Banks and the number one contender who won the Women's Royal Rumble in the month of January, none other than the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. So we can't wait to see how this one's going to end. And for the record, all the WWE Universe took it to social media. They wanted this to happen, and it's official. It is going to happen. That will be the closeout match for tonight, for night one of WrestleMania 37. So right now we're seeing Shane McMahon being interviewed backstage at the Raymond James Stadium.
The WWE Universe here in Tampa Bay.
Being back and having the crowd out there is just such an energy booster. I am ready to go. I'm going to take Braun Strowman out tonight. I'm going for it.
Okay, well, let's just talk about that. What is your problem with Braun Strowman?
What do you mean problem? I don't actually have a problem with him. I just enjoy having a little fun with him. That's all it's been.
Yes, it's been interesting. You seem to have been poking fun, calling him kind of what one may say bullying.
Because I called him what?
Dumb?
What, you mean stupid? Or I was inferring that fact. Actually, I have to hand it to Braun a little bit. It wasn't really that stupid to have the steel cage match because it's much more limiting for me.
Oh, okay.
So I had to start thinking, using my new little bit of what can I do with that big behemoth while he's in there. So got a few surprises.
Of weather conditions going on in Tampa, Florida as we speak.
Steel cage matches. Do you think that was, we see people that see the size of Braun Strowman, do you think
WrestleMania will be on the go as long as weather
well, that's probably be a little wiser on my part, but just having so much fun doing this, when the opportunity's there, you just got to take it.
So get jolted in any way, shape, or form.
Excuse me.
With the event.
Hi, Champ. How are you doing right now?
WWE has been working really hard
Time for
to try to get this together with fans.
This is WrestleMania.
And all of a sudden,
this
there's
is the WWE
rising
Championship.
complications
This
that could
is the crowning
impact this event
moment
for
of
both
the
nights.
Well, I just want to point out that
era.
practically 30% of the
There's no
time,
language
WrestleMania
that
is
could
held
properly
in
convey
outdoor capacity, and pretty
what's
much
going on
there
in
has
this
to
man's
be
mind
an
right now.
agreement
The
with
only
the
language that Bobby
organizers,
Lashley can speak right now,
the
the only
owners and the
language
stadium owners to
that
say
Drew
that there has to
McIntyre
be
can understand right
the
now
real level of
is the
performance
language of
for
violence.
the
Yes,
superstars to
I
how
told
they
you
respect
before,
their
the
matches to say,
WWE
because they
Championship,
say the
it
spinners
changes
say
you from the
Undertaker, say
inside.
event
It
takes
makes
place,
you
Reign
a
shine.
different
If
person.
you
Drew
were
McIntyre
the
would tell you
hierarchy
that
of the
because he's held
WWE
that
or the
title and he
SmackDown,
wants
you
it
have to
back.
say,
But
okay,
that,
if it's light ring, it's tolerable. It's not
it's not
such a
gonna
big
happen.
thing. You can go back out there.
I
If it's
told
no
Drew
ring, you do have to expect Mother Nature
all
to be
over
just a little bit
at
cooperative.
WrestleMania.
But
I told Drew that he would
nonetheless, it's
lose
like
his dignity.
it's like it's not
He would
so
lose
much whether you
consciousness and he would lose the
go out
match.
and brave
And right here
the
is
ring,
the Almighty Champion who's going to make that
it's a miracle
happen.
that the
I
WWE
told
universe
Drew,
is still
the
there and intact. And as we see the build up for tonight.
Shane McMahon started the promo in the back, but then it just came to Bobby Lashley interverting himself with MVP, and already minutes into it, Drew McIntyre comes in, and now they're having words in the backstage.
We're going to have to do it back here. We'll do it back here. I don't give a damn. I will drop you where you stand. We'll find a referee. We're going to have this fight. I will take that title. Nothing.
They are building this up as is. Drew McIntyre's already telling Lashley he wants to fight him. He don't care how this is going to go, but it's going to happen. He don't care, rain or shine. If it happens outside, if it happens backstage, this event is going to... They're already building it. This is a good... segue of sorts. This is a good.
After what you just saw, where is your head out?
From this side.
What's that word I'm looking for? This
Where's my head at?
another word for segue.
I'm at a 10 right now. I'm on that stage. I finally see fans for the first time. I'm trying to compose
pretty
myself,
much
keep my
along those
emotions
lines,
together.
segue, whatever.
Right.
But they're trying to make this go as is. But I'm pretty sure everybody backstage is nervous.
Please, I need a moment. Last year, in the Performance Center, first chance for the title. I win it. It's a huge moment. I'm so proud of everything we'll be able to do the last year. I lost the title for 3 weeks, regained it off Randy Orton in the Thunderdome. It was amazing of the fans there virtually. But to see them in person, to know I'm fighting in the first match for the title and the damn weather was trying to make it not happen. I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't know where my head's at right now, but I'm going to walk past, trying to get myself together. MVP's going to talk all that crap. Lashley's going to stand there, run his mouth. I do not care. It is WrestleMania. I love the match right here, right now, in the back. Drop his ass. I do not care. This match will happen tonight.
Thank you, Drew.
You know what could be
Back
the
to you,
zip
Kayla.
code for Tampa, Florida? For where the ring of James Stadium could be? Let me
a little bit of a weather delay, but let's wait a few more minutes after over a year for
let me take
WWE
the time
Universe.
to
Let's talk
give
about that
my
match
two
right
cents about
now.
this.
Things are getting heated in an understatement.
Yeah, this is
Before
the
you do
anticipation.
it,
Look,
since
I've been to World
WrestleMania
Series, I've been
is
to
in a
NBA
weather delay.
championships,
The
I've
event
been to
will
Super
resume
Bowl,
as
I've
soon as
wrestled in every
conditions.
great arena in the world,
Now-
from the Garden to
now,
Budokan,
like
Cork,
mentioned,
and London,
the
Gilbert,
go-home show for
Melbourne.
Raw was
I've been there. I've never
then
felt
came the
anything
Hall of Fame
like I
ceremonies.
felt just a
That's
second
and
ago
truly,
as
it couldn't
this
be
show
more
started to get
significant
underway.
to see
It is
these
unbelievable.
these
After
men and
a
women
year of being
who-
locked down, you get the
who are
WWE
so
back to
passionate
one
for the
thing that
craft.
everybody wants to
They
see,
was putting
and it is
everything they
here.
could.
This
Finally
is
get their
unreal.
just
I just
due.
picked Bobby Lashley
I mean,
10
of
minutes
course,
ago. I might
originally
want to change my
last
pick
year
after seeing Drew.
was supposed
All right,
to be
guys.
the
Well, on
Hall
that
of
note,
Fame,
we're going to throw things
for
backstage
last year,
now
but
to our own
unfortunately,
Kevin Patrick.
Also due to the pandemic, that
Straight
did
up
not
backstage here, and
did not
delighted
take
to
place,
welcome
but
by the
nevertheless, it's good to
11th
see
time Raw
the-
Tag Team Champion.
these superstars, and we see the new debut.
You feel that? I felt it. I felt it.
But nevertheless, to see
What's
all
that?
these
back?
people
What?
get to just do.
People in the building?
JBL,
So many
we
people
just
ask,
seen,
are you excited about me? Yeah, we're excited because we're going to have
the
some people there. It's
Bella
going to be a good
twins,
time, but
the
you
British
don't
Bulldog.
know what that feeling feels like until you are feeling it. It's been so long. Kofi said over a year.
From the 2010 down, we can say what's up.
NWO.
The NWO.
Forget it. NWO was the one that headlined for 2020.
Yes, of course, yes, but and there was some other another
NWO, the Bella Twins, the British Bulldog,
British Bulldog.
Titus
Titus O'Neil, he won the Warrior Award, and JBL.
And JBL, yes.
Yeah, it's 5 Hall of Famers for 2020. Do you remember for 2021?
I do remember 20.
Okay, lay them down for me.
Okay, and this year's Hall of Famers are none other than Rob Van Dam, Molly Holly, the Great Khali, Eric Bischoff, and the Big Red Monster King. And of course, we also got to give our props to this year's Royal Warrior, Eric Herring, for his contributions to his company, for being side by side with the Warrior family, and that is well well deserved and well earned on the part of Mr. Eric, and kudos to him too. So nevertheless, that comprises this year's. Did I miss somebody else from this year's? Because I mentioned our own names.
That's 5. So yeah, that's everybody.
Okay, that's
It's 5 from last year, 5 from this year.
so that's
And look who's lurking over there. Backstage, they're interviewing the New Day with Kevin Patrick. Big E is stepping in. Of course, he's always going to be the New Day's third member. It's always been a trio. That's never going to change, despite that. The Raw Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, are on Raw. And, of course, Big E, Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown. They'll always be a trio no matter what, even though they're split in 2 different shows.
Yes, and that was truly one of to see a Hall of Fame ceremony condensed in a one night. It usually could have been under different situations, but due to the circumstances, due to the pandemic, unfortunately that was not the case. But nevertheless, like, we turned a negative into positive as those things, and that was pretty much last Tuesday's Hall of Fame ceremonies. And then we're gonna go briefly into this 2-day package of the takeover Stand and Deliver, and it's clearly evident that Mother Nature still won't cooperate. But nevertheless, let's try to do this 2-day package of what is Stand and Deliver. Truly a great show from the outset of that show to see first off the 6-man elimination match, and the winner gets a shot at the North American title. And you pretty much got great competitors. You got Cameron Grimes, you got LA Knight, you got Dexter Loomis, the Colossal Bronson Reed, Swerve Scott, Leon Ruff, and they pretty much gave it all. These 6 men gave it all. But pretty much, and I'm gonna say right now, honestly, I expected Dexter Loomis to win the match, but unfortunately, that was not the case. After all the battle, it was the Colossal Bronson Reed that won that match. And now we go on to I don't want to make anything.
Well, before you jump into another match, is Tampa, Florida ahead of time?
Yes.
How far from us?
About an hour.
Okay. Because we're seeing it right now in Tampa, Florida. It is raining and it's 65 degrees. Right now it's at 84% of chance of thunderstorms.
No.
And that's happening at 9, so I'm assuming it's 9 right now.
8. It's 7. It's 8.
Okay, well that's what I'm getting right now. So at least at 9 o'clock is going to start over there with 84% chance of thunderstorms. This could have happened at the worst time, to be honest. And so they're starting night 1 with a bunch of promos, and fans need to bear with this because I know they spent their hard-earned money to come out and perform despite of the pandemic and everything. But I'm pretty sure, we really can't be disappointed. We can't face how do you call it? We really can't blame it on Mother Nature, because I'm pretty sure everybody in Tampa, Florida already got the weather ahead of time, and they had to expect this. So even if they have to show up with sweaters, with hoodies, raincoats, umbrellas, whatnot. Hundreds of times. And also the WWE people who constructed the layout, they should have had a plan B for this. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to keep on rolling 2 hours of promos. I know they're going to try to come up with stuff, or even if they got a fight in the back. I don't know how all of this is going to go. I mean, this is not something that the WWE was expecting. It's like they and while we're speaking right now, Kevin Owens, of course, he's doing a promo. But this is not what WWE wanted to happen right now at precisely this hour. We don't even know what match was going to take place, if it was going to be Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley or some other match. But
In the end,
this is really
no matter what
unfortunate
people
right
say,
now. So
no matter the obstacles we have to run right through to get here.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
WrestleMania. It's Sami Zayn. It's Kevin Owens.
I don't know if
sense
everybody in
right
WWE
back
is
to Sami Zayn.
talking to NBC Universal to see if they can extend the time for being on Peacock and stuff. Because
and I'll tell you, we are in a weather delay for WrestleMania, but we are.
Okay, so now we're seeing Joe and Michael Cole already in their,
in their poncho.
in their ponchos.
Nonetheless, are you ready? I can't wait to get the WWE fans back into Raymond.
I just want to make a quick tidbit here because this is the alpha. Yeah, I mean, this reminds me of an experience because years ago, when I bought a ticket to go see Coldplay and concert, and they had two performances, and then I became consistent with the weather, and then I found out that much to my chagrin, they also forecasted thunderstorms, and by sheer luck, the weather delay wasn't that long because it even though like it only took an hour and a half, and it took away the sub-main performances, but miraculously it cooperated, and it was just Coldplay itself taking the stage, and I'm not saying because it's music related, because this is one of those instances where it's like what DDP said. Sometimes the best laid plans don't always come out as expected. Yes, because the WWE planned this ahead of time, and they planned it in the book of time. But one thing they can't there's one force they can't compete with, and that's Mother Nature.
Speaking of Mother Nature, listen to this for tomorrow. Rain with thunderstorms by evening. Storms may contain strong gusty winds. The high of 74. Winds southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. This is a huge challenge for WWE. I'll tell you this. This is not what they expected, but I'm pretty sure they had to come up with Plan B. So I'm just saying this right now. I'm pretty sure this next hour, 2 hours is not going to be full with promos. They got to come up with something. So I'm pretty sure they're going to think of things as they keep on talking to every superstar available, just so that WrestleMania can get on with the show. And obviously this is something where the world was so in tune with having the crowd back. They got them back, but now
this is the weather. This is what you get. I'm excited.
Yeah, and now with Mother Nature playing them dirty. They're playing the WWE and the universe dirty right now. Having to rain in Tampa. Well, I mean, it ain't pretty for us here in Chicago. I mean, we dealt with rain, but not as much as them. And there's no negativity right now on television with WWE. They're putting on their best faces. They know they got to deal with the weather, and you got to give it to them. You got to give it to them as champs. So I just hope that after this and night 2, I better not go on social media and see any bitching from the fans, and especially the WWE universe, because otherwise,
time and time again,
you people would be like the hardest individuals to please, and it's like nothing goes to your liking. Oh well, deal with it, because like
that's not gonna happen.
To me, having to see this, at least they're on the air. At least they're trying to put their best face forward, and they're giving the energy for their matches tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm pretty sure that action's going to come along the way. I pray to God that action goes along the way. And if I have to get a rosary and get the book on prayer and pray right now on camera for that to happen, I will. But nonetheless, we just expect for the rain to bring it down a notch and all of that. So right now what they're doing, they're obviously talking to people back and forth asking questions. Well, we just witnessed now last with Seth Rollins. Now they're interviewing Miz and Morrison. So they're going to be talking to everybody here until they got something going on. But yeah, this is unfortunate with the weather. That's why I wanted to type it into the Weather Channel app to see what is unveiling for them for tonight and tomorrow. And obviously, they got to come up with something for tonight and for tomorrow. Otherwise, I can't imagine how the fans are going to be putting up with all of that. Then they don't want to put up with it anymore. Then they want to leave. Then they want to get a refund.
A two-time Grand Slam
You know, we're just throwing out possibilities there. But
and the mayor of Slam and we
just hope that, you know, that this show goes on, putting on the show by having the personalities come out on camera. So I think the best thing we can do is bring up the audio, and we'll just talk and give our reaction to what happens backstage and how they're displaying all of this.
Right.
Okay, hold on.
Getting started, as we mentioned earlier.
Okay, so they are going to get the show started. Let's see. Okay, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, that's going to happen first. Let's see if it is going to happen in the ring, or if they are going to take it backstage, or they're going to take it at another part of the Raymond James Stadium. So let's see how this first match is going to flow.
What's the almighty Drew McIntyre? We find out tonight.
So while the video package is displaying, do you remember what took place between them this past Monday night? Because we are here to talk about everything that happened with Raw and SmackDown, since this is basically WrestleMania involving all Raw and SmackDown. Once we are done with night one, we are going to do a special, what we do every single Saturday night, and that's the Wrestling Weekend Recap. And we're going to be talking about what we've seen the rest of the entire week, which is, of course, AEW Dynamite and Impact Wrestling, and even a little bit of New Japan Pro Wrestling as well, because from what we understand, Jade has found some developing news, including a former WWE superstar and currently signed with AEW, John Moxley. So we'll jump into that later, but right now, as the video package is continuing, what we witnessed last Monday night on Raw, obviously, you know, Drew McIntyre was already at the breaking point of letting the entire locker room know, or even scouting pretty much the locker room just to see who was going to step up to take out Drew McIntyre. But of course, that ended up being King Corbin. So King Corbin ended up having the match with Drew McIntyre, and we automatically knew that he was just another stepping stone. King Corbin was another stepping stone in the path of Drew McIntyre. But bottom line is that Drew McIntyre, I know for sure tonight, he's going to get back the WWE Championship. And it's like what we stated, so many weeks ago. They gave it to Bobby Lashley because he does deserve it. And, storylines aside, he does deserve it. But I felt that they should have given him maybe a little bit later on, like maybe in another month or so. That way he can have a nice build-up. What I feel is going to happen tonight is going to be one of the shortest comings for Bobby Lashley. And I don't think he deserves that. I believe the guy is an athlete, one hell of a specimen. The guy can go, He is ferocious in the ring. We all know that. And even the biggest controversial move that has ever been done in WWE was obviously the Hurt Business has been killed really quick. So Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are no longer part of the group. The group still exists. But now we're going to see after WrestleMania who's going to be a part of this group now that only leaves Lashley and MVP. And who are they going to be scouting for, or who's actually going to step up to the plate? If there's actually going to be people stepping up to the plate tonight. But I wouldn't count on it. It could be a spectacle. I mean, it could be one of those open windows from what we can expect tonight. But nonetheless, we're about to start this show on the road. Looks like they're off their ponchos now, so they got the opportunity right now to get this match on the way. And I'm pretty sure if for some reason I'm not gonna jip it. I am not gonna jinx it. If for some reason something does happen, they're gonna keep on going. They're gonna keep on fighting. They're gonna keep on wrestling until the match is done. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley have one job to do, and that's to put a performance for the people in Tampa, Florida, and for people watching on the network / Peacock. All right, let's get started.
First, the 2020 Warrior Award recipient and WWE Global Ambassador, Tampa Bay's very own Titus O'Neil.
So they're going to introduce, of course, the hosts of WrestleMania this year. The recipient of the Warrior Award for the class of 2020 is none other than Titus O'Neil, ambassador to the WWE, and he is, like I mentioned, he has done a lot of community service in the name of WWE.
Hall of Famer, the Immortal Hulk Hogan.
And of course, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, and the reason why we started watching wrestling in the first place when I was 8 and you were 7 respectively, the Immortal Hulk Hogan making his way out to the ring. These two men, based out of Tampa, Florida, are going to start this show as hosts for this year's WrestleMania 37 Night 1. There they are. They're looking good. They are looking good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raymond James Stadium.
And everybody in their country.
And everybody around the world, welcome to my city of Tampa Bay.
That's awesome.
Rain, sleet, or snow, it don't matter because the WWE Universe has that energy we've been wanting for a whole year.
See, now he's sprucing it up. He's building it up. That's good.
Because for 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, for the first time, we are back in business live.
Oh, no, my brother T. You know something? I don't think they heard you, brother.
Okay.
Let's try it again.
Let's try this again, Tampa.
Yes.
For the first time in 1 year and 1 month and 1 day, we are back in business live.
Now that's better. Now that is way better.
Well,
Yes.
let me tell you something, Titus. You know something, brother? We're going to make history tonight, and we're going to make history tomorrow night, and we're going to do it right now with our very first match in front of the WWE Universe audience, brother.
But it just won't be any match. We got to kick this thing off with some aggression. We got to kick it off with some violence.
Yeah.
We're going to kick it off with the WWE Championship.
That's right, my brother. And we got the almighty Bobby Lashley, brother, with the crippling hurt lock, the most dangerous hold in the WWE. And if he gets under the wings, grabs the neck of a 747, he can crack it in half. And he's going against Drew McIntyre, brother, with one of his claymores. He can kick the faces off of Mount Rushmore in just one kick, dude. Well, you know, I guess I just got one question to ask you, Titus.
What are we gonna do?
What are you going to do when Titus Worldwide?
And all my Hulkamaniacs run wild.
Whoa. And what about when we got 2 nights?
What?
You ain't Lil John Hulk. I said we got 2 nights.
And all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you.
Beautiful. I love that introduction. See, that's how you get the universe amped for having WrestleMania back at the Giant Stadium. As like I mentioned before, this was something that should have happened last year, but because we were already at the brink of the pandemic, in the beginning of it, things had to change for WWE. All those plans changed for them, unfortunately. But now we waited for this moment. It's a year later, and now we're finally seeing action. We're finally seeing the fans. We're finally seeing this thing for sure taking place at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. WrestleMania 37, 2 nights. And now we're about to witness action. WWE Championship on the line right now. Drew McIntyre, the challenger, versus the almighty WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. Two. That's a fire burning, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre hell-bent on getting his WWE Championship back. Last year at WrestleMania, he would beat Brock Lesnar. He would carry Raw through the pandemic era. This guy's his moment, his reward, the first match of WrestleMania in front of the WWE Universe.
We saw Drew McIntyre a few moments ago nearly jumping out of his skin. He could not wait any longer for this moment, right here, right now, and to quote Drew McIntyre himself and Bobby Lashley are going to tear each other to shreds.
That's right, Joe. This is not going to be a match for the faint of heart.
No, and indeed it will be not. Drew McIntyre is primed and ready and laser focused on what he needs to do. And at the risk of making another famous Highlander line, tonight Drew McIntyre realizes there can only be one.
Look how amped up Drew McIntyre is. This what he's been waiting for ever since last year. And obviously, Drew, for him
All you have to do is look at the smile on the
having
face
to
of
deal
Drew
with
McIntyre to know what this moment
he was the
means
main
to
event
him.
last year against Brock Lesnar. The only difference was there were no fans. Everything was closed doors. There was nobody except people in production, people backstage, the directors, calling this thing at how it was going to go. There was no fans at all. And now we're seeing the difference. 1 year later, having the crowd and the atmosphere just so big that this night is going to be historic, because this is the 1 year still during the pandemic, but now things have leaned up a little bit for WWE to actually have a crowd event yet again back in business.
Yes, and of course, it was very sweet for
To me,
Drew
2
McIntyre
words
last year. When
describe the almighty WWE
earned his
champion.
right
Those
to
words
become
are
number
supreme
one contender
dominance.
in a sold
Lashley
out
has been as dominant
stadium
as
in
any
Houston,
champion
Texas.
that I can remember
And now,
in recent memory.
And aside from being dominant, Michael Cole, he has been completely and utterly ruthless in all
tonight,
things
this
that he
year,
does.
and that's
Bobby Lashley
the
only knows
the
one
WWE
way to handle himself, and that's by destroying anything that dares to stand in front.
Byron, look at the eyes of Bobby
But
Lashley.
now,
Look at
this
the
could be
gaze
his chance to
staring
redeem
down
himself,
McIntyre ready for
because now
battle.
You know, when you said earlier, Ron, that championship changes you. That
is
16
the
pounds of
almighty
gold, that WWE title
Bobby Lashley, and the key word is her, because last Monday these two tried to put the hurt on one another. For the record, it was Cedric Alexander who tried to put the hurt on Bobby Lashley and miserably failed. And of course, King Corbin couldn't come through putting down the Scottish Warrior either.
Now we finally get to see a one-on-one battle between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. Of course, Bobby Lashley had to obtain the WWE Championship when Drew didn't have it at his possession. He beat the hell out of Drew McIntyre in the previous pay-per-view, which was Fastlane, so that it would be easy pickings for The Miz to cash it in at Money in the Bank and for Bobby Lashley to acquire it the following week.
WWE Championship!
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 265 pounds, Drew McIntyre. And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by MVP, the almighty WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley.
All right, no more excuses, no more BS. It's showtime. I want to see Bobby Lashley get his ass kicked, and I want to see him kick ass as well going against Drew McIntyre, because the previous weeks on Raw, we've only seen a lot of talk. There was barely any action. There was a little bit of action, but they want to leave the rest of it for tonight at WrestleMania. So now it is time to show the masses what this match is going to be all about. And to view another side of it, Jade, this is going to make up for Drew McIntyre not having that feel of the audience in performing and actually giving you some type of energy to get revved up about. So it's a year later. Now it looks like, we're back to square one in a way, just a different opponent. And of course, Drew will have he's got himself a second opportunity to gain back what he unfortunately lost at the hands of the Almighty One, and that's the WWE Championship.
Well, of course, these two men practically know each other like a book, because Drew and Bobby Lashley pretty much had time with each other. They pretty much know each other. For Bobby Lashley, it was years of hunger, and he finally completed his quest. But for Drew, it's a lot more. The title to him is his life, and he will do anything it takes to get it back around his waist tonight.
And like you stated, these two are no strangers to each other. Oh yeah, look at that. That overhead suplex from Drew McIntyre. And Lashley just shoved McIntyre's face off. And now here they go pummeling each other. Like we were saying, these two guys know each other very well. They worked in TNA wrestling before. And at the time, who was champion when these two faced off? I'm pretty sure one of them had the championship.
I think it was Drew at the time.
It was Drew at the time. But he had a different name too, right?
Yes.
Well, who was he known as?
Drew Galloway.
Drew Galloway. And Bobby Lashley was still Bobby Lashley.
Yes.
Isn't that his real name, Drew Galloway?
I think so.
Oh. Right by the barricade. No virtual screens by the barricade. We have actual people standing right before that barricade. That is awesome to see. And I'm glad that this thing got started at WrestleMania this year. We can definitely say that, by the wet spots.
Yeah.
By the wet floors, these guys got to take it easy. One slip and that'll cost them their Mickey dude.
As intense as he has been the past couple of months. He understands what it means to be WWE champion, what it means for his career, what it means to his life. Now Lashley with a neck breaker.
Let's not forget, it took Drew McIntyre 17 years to win his first championship from Brock Lesnar. And you better believe tonight he is going to win it right back again.
Well, Joe and I agree. Bobby Lashley 16 years to win his first WWE championship. I'm not taking anything away from either one of these superstars.
These guys working on each other like nobody's business, especially Lashley, bringing in all that aggression. And look at him, how he's mauling Drew McIntyre while he's just hanging on the middle ropes here.
We've seen it in the past, Michael Cole.
He's just decking Drew McIntyre. Now his foot on McIntyre's throat. The ref counting already at 4. Lashley letting him go. I believe the ref is Mike Chioda, right?
I'm not sure.
It looks like him, unless I confuse him with someone else.
Probably did.
No, wait a minute. Isn't Mike Chioda done with?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Isn't he a referee in W? I think he did. He became a referee for AEW.
Yeah, he did. Now we see Drew transition that armbar.
Armbar from McIntyre. Bobby Lashley's trying to fight it off. He got one arm out, and now he's decking him face first. And he got out of it. But I think that already set off some sort of weakness in the Almighty One. He smacked him again. You're only letting a fire up on this boy, man. I don't know what the hell is Lashley thinking. But he's kind of taking him lightly here in the beginning of this match. We're not seeing anything ferocious as of yet. We're not seeing anything, power driven.
But I will say this: Bobby Lashley is a very, very difficult man to hurt. And now McIntyre whipped across the ring with authority.
And just threw him over the turnbuckle. We've seen a clothesline from McIntyre on Lashley. The second one just took place.
McIntyre ducks underneath the clothesline, and another great throw by McIntyre.
Overhead throw. See, I love those overhead throws by Drew McIntyre, man. He times them really, really good, man. And especially these from the corner of the turnbuckle, just has all that space to maneuver his opponent. Neck breaker. Pulling an HBK with that flip. And the Scottish Warrior is in the zone, baby. And everybody is chanting for Drew here. What is Drew going to do here? Lashley just cornered the challenger by the turnbuckles, decking him in the midsection about 2 or 3 times. Bobby Lashley's feeling it. The Almighty One is feeling it. And only got a forearm in the corner by the challenger. Oh, there's that Northern Bridge pin by McIntyre. Only got a 2 count.
From what I'm seeing is that this is a standoff between these two men. But we'll see, because it's on the line here. This is the WWE. This is the WWE title, and only one man can emerge the champion.
McIntyre was trying to do that armbar, kind of like that Brock Lesnar submission move. What was that called again?
That was a lariat done to Drew. Oh
no, not the lariat. The twist of the arm.
Oh, I forgot what it was called.
It was an armbar, but they call it something.
Yeah.
They call it for Lesnar was something, because that's where
Kimura.
Yeah, the Kimura lock. There you go. It looks like it was attempting to do that onto Lashley, but didn't happen. Lashley overturned it.
MVP screaming to Lashley to finish McIntyre. That's what Bobby's going to try to do here.
Try to do a vertical suplex, but turned it around and gave him a headbutt. Oh, look at that slam. Raw powered by the Almighty One. But he wasted a little time here and only got a 2 count. He should have just went right for the pinfall.
It was a nice choke slam, but even that was barely enough.
Oh, yeah, look at the height right here in the replay. Look at that elevation. And he just slammed the Scottish Warrior down. Got him a little bit woozy, almost setting up for the full Nelson. But it's not fully in. It's not all the way in. It's not stitched in. McIntyre broke it and only got 2 gut shots, knee to the gut from the champion. Oh, got a forearm in the corner right there. And he returned with 2 forearms. Drew McIntyre, now a chop. Another forearm shot. He's already decking him, and I think he might do.
They just flying him around the mat.
Only a 2 count.
That was a hair's breadth away, Michael Cole. Now Drew McIntyre knows he cannot let up. It might be frustrated right now,
what?
but you cannot
Right.
let up. You've got Bobby Lashley
Hey,
right
right.
Hey.
What?
Drew's got Bobby Lashley in the corner here.
Yeah, he got him already on top. Looks like we might see a high vertical. Looks like that's what's the setup here. Mauling Bobby Lashley here. Yeah, top rope vertical. And no, but Bobby's resisting. He's
Oh.
Now they're both sitting on the top turnbuckle, the top corner. Bobby Lashley already got him shots on the head. He's doing the Kimura lock from on top. He's doing it from the top rope. Bobby Lashley decking him on the side of the kidney here. Decks him on the head.
Oh, right in the tree of woe.
Oh, yeah, he's in a very... Wait a minute.
Oh.
Ho, 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 ho. And Drew McIntyre capitalized, man. That was awesome. What a spot. What a spot that was. And I think we're going to see the end, maybe. No. Another high slam. The hang time from the Almighty One. So he's got to stop wasting time here. He's got to finish him off if he wants to defeat Drew McIntyre and still hold on to that championship. He flipped again. Drew McIntyre flipped up.
What does the Almighty Champ have to do?
We got 2 men in the zone here. Let's go. Got some good fish shots from McIntyre. Bobby Lashley returning fire here. And he's tied up on the ropes here. Belly to belly overhead suplex from McIntyre. Amazing. And future shock DDT. That was 1. Is he going to do another one? That's 2. 2 future shocks. Is he going to go for a hat trick? He's already weak. A 3rd one applied. Is that it? 1, 2, 2 count. Man. Here I thought Bobby Lashley was done with. He didn't do any movement when Drew McIntyre was going to set up for the 3rd one. He's almost out. Or maybe he's just half spent, but yeah. Lashley's barely regaining some air.
After getting 3 DDTs applied, it looks like his it's like he woke up from like after having a couple of after having gin and juice, I think. That same kind of reaction.
Looks like he's gonna go for the Q. 3, 2, 1. He just dropped and ran out. Lashley was expecting it. MVP pulled him to safety. Whoa! How in the hell did he just do that? He flew over the top rope. I don't recall seeing Drew McIntyre doing that. Look at this. Look at the replay. And he did it with such precision. Look at that. Landed awesome on MVP and Bobby Lashley. He had to take a lot out of the challenger, but I think that spot is a highlight. A major highlight for Drew McIntyre. Oh, got caught right there. Oh, full Nelson. But it's not all the way in. Two more knee shots to the gut.
And the gut wrench.
That was an awesome gut wrench. Face plant. I call it the A1. Because that was my finisher for WrestleMania 18 video game when I had the GameCube. Now he's waiting for Drew McIntyre to get up. He's going to stitch in that full Nelson. And it's not even in. It's not even in. Bobby hasn't even tied up his fingers. They're halfway there. They're barely there. It's just like a seesaw. Oh! McIntyre just measured Bobby Lashley, brought in Lashley onto the top turnbuckle, landed there. Whoa, it looked like a spine buster right there, but look, and drove him into the Kimura lock. Look at that. It's like Drew had an answer for every move that Bobby Lashley was about to make. But now Bobby Lashley is in a very uncomfortable position. He's at the verge of tapping out. He might as well do it now. He's got to do it now. He's got nowhere to go. He can't even reach for the rope.
It's too much for Bobby Lashley. And yes, it was 1 year ago.
He's got to tap. Otherwise, he's going to suffer broken wrist. Wait a minute. Oh, he got the rope. Lucky. That took one big leap for him to grab that bottom rope.
It was the grind for Drew McIntyre to overcome the Beast Incarnate, and of course he knows that the Almighty One is going to be a challenge, but he'll do everything it takes to win this match.
Both men are going to do everything that it takes to hold. For one to hold on to the championship, for the other one to gain back that championship that he lost at the helm of Bobby Lashley, getting at the champion at the time. And now here they are decking each other. Bobby Lashley with shots to the head. McIntyre with shots to the gut. Lashley brought in McIntyre onto the top turnbuckle. His head landed on top. Bobby Lashley was going to run and got a kick to the face. Headbutt from the Scottish Warrior. And he lands up in the corner. And so is Drew. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. MVP distracted Drew McIntyre when he was going to go for that Claymore. Bobby Lashley just decked him right there. Oh, wait a minute. Is it even
almost
in?
Almost.
Oh, no, it's in.
The Hurt Lock applied.
My God. No, come on. No, Drew is fighting it. Drew is fighting it. He's got a little bit of energy. He's trying to save up so that he can somewhat break. He's down to one knee. He's not out yet. There he goes. He's fighting it. He's back on 2 feet. He's fighting it. And is he gonna break it? Is he? And he's gonna reverse it. But Bobby Lashley still has it cinched in. But Drew is down to one knee again. He's down to one knee. He's not out yet. Wait a minute, all the way down to the ground. Damn it, no.
Oh.
Damn it, no. No! Ah! Crap!
Unbelievable.
I don't believe this. damn it, if I would have bet all my money on Drew McIntyre, I would have been lost right now. I would have lost money. Huge.
The Almighty era continues, much to our chagrin.
What spoiled this match was the involvement of MVP with that little bit of the window for him to get the challenger distracted. That's what I think kind of what pissed away at this match and what had Bobby Lashley in that advantage. But yeah, and bottom line is MVP was the difference maker because it got him distracted. Bobby Lashley got out of the way. He once stepped side him. He stepped one side of him. Drew McIntyre did the fail with the that kick. And Bobby Lashley is still the Almighty Champion.
Well, for a man who took 18 years to make it to the top of the mountain, he's still, for all intents and purposes, hungry. Not just to retain his spot, but just to raise his stock.
Yeah, but he did it without the help. Oh, look at this.
Well, look who is the two hosts of WrestleMania. Well, you know what? I also host a very big show, the biggest show, the Ding Dong Hello Show. You heard of it? Yeah. Well, I was thinking if you guys need some help this WrestleMania, it would be a too sweet.
Is she for real?
You know what?
There is no too sweet connections.
You know.
Oh, X-Pac gave it to her. Six-Pac gave it to her. Scott Hall gave it to her, but yeah.
Hey! Call me, brother! Call me!
What on earth is that she was wearing?
That's her outfit. I guess I didn't tell you. Supposedly tonight, Bailey will be hosting Ding Dong Hello, but we don't know who the guest on the show would be. It's like I mentioned yesterday. Chances are there might be the return of a certain WWE superstar who we haven't seen since March. So I'll leave that for your homework.
Okay.
And I'm not going to mention who it is, but then again, we don't know if it is going to happen. I just treat it as rumors. I heard somewhat of a confirmation with my sources earlier in the day, but they don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But nonetheless, that was a funny backstage angle. Bailey, the host of Ding Dong Hello, the two hosts for WrestleMania, but Hulk already in his NWO attire, along with the rest of the Hall of Famers, Hall, Nash, and Six backstage as well. They're all trying to do Bailey was trying to do the too sweet and barely got a response. Six-Pac only gave it to her. Scott, like, out of pity, just like, okay. I mean, nothing compared to when I met Scott Hall back in 2016, and you were a witness. When I threw it up, I did not expect it for him to connect it, and he did. I wanted it. I was almost at the verge of crying because it's like, oh my God, he actually did it back to me, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying because I will at one time on this channel. I am going to do a segment and to give you my story of how we met Scott Hall, and that was through the event of the Hollywood Theater. That was called the Hollywood Theater, and they were supposed to present the documentary on Jake the Snake. Per DDP. DDP couldn't make it that night. Jake couldn't make it that night. The only one who made it was Scott Hall. So we were, despite the fact that they couldn't make it, and it was it was disappointing. But they, I think they had a personal issue some sort of a conflict that they couldn't make it that night. But it was still a thrill to meet Scott Hall. It was like, oh my God, it's like it was like an omen, so to speak. It's like it had to happen, because first time I saw Scott Hall, it wasn't at that time. It was literally in 1996, per the episode of Jerry Springer. Because what happened was on that episode, as we were seeing, it is the tag team women's turmoil match. Lana and Naomi are coming out right now. What happened at that time, Jerry Springer, a teacher of mine, back when I was in 8th grade, they invited me and a group of students to go to that episode, the filming of that episode, while Jerry Springer was still filming in Chicago. And it was an educational episode. They were talking about the 2 kids that had AIDS, Hidea and Tyler. And I still remember that episode vividly, because not only it was educational, but we still wondered at that time, all the way up to 2016, if there were still any whereabouts of those 2 kids. And thank God there was. All timing, of the release of the documentary of Scott Hall as well, after seeing the documentary on Jake the Snake and his amazing comeback. So, nonetheless, it was a pretty good event. It was awesome. It was historic. It was a memory to be made. And, it was just incredible of having to meet Scott Hall for the second time, even though we witnessed him coming to the stage, as Tyler was saying that he was a pro wrestling fan and how he liked Razor Ramon, and that's his character at the time. So little did he know that, Scott Hall was backstage in that Razor Ramon gimmick character, and he came out. The theme song came out, and it's like, oh my God, what? This is awesome. This is amazing, And then fast forward like 20 years later, when we had the chance to meet one-on-one with Scott Hall, and we had our picture taken with him. Those were memories, man. And we actually got to talk with him a little bit. You were asking him kind of TNA questions that he really never got to answer because they were like a little bit personal. But when I asked him about Hidea and Tyler, if he remembered that moment, oh my God, me and Scott, we instantly clicked. We got into it, and I asked him if he still kept in contact with the 2 kids. He said that with Hidea, he has, but with Tyler, not so much. And then, as the plot thickened, it was not even a week later before the release of the documentary, and Scott telling me that, that subject was also addressed on the documentary of Scott Hall, that WWE.com did an interview with Hidea and Tyler. And, and obviously they were fine. They were still battling, the AIDS deal, but they're alive. And that's what matters, is that Hidea and Tyler, they're still on this earth. Thank God, many blessings to both of them. But, we had that too sweet connection with Scott after all that talk. It was just an amazing night. But nonetheless, we go back and we talk about this match, the tag team turmoil match. Naomi and Lana, they're facing the newfound team, the team that got added at the last moment, which is Carmella and Billie Kay. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler right now, we're seeing the angle. They're watching backstage on the big screen to see who is going to be the team to challenge them tomorrow night for night 2 at WrestleMania. Cover. Wait a minute. Naomi and Lana are eliminated.
The work is just beginning for Carmella and
that is a surprise.
Nonetheless, now that there are 3 teams remaining, and Carmella and Billie Kay hang out to become the world contenders and face the women's tag champions tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, Jay. which team you think is gonna be the ones to challenge Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler for the women's tag belts tomorrow?
Well, based on what I just saw, if I had to, I'm pretty much gonna leave it up to two choices. I mean, I'm gonna say choice one could either be the Riot Squad or choice two could either be Tamina and Natalia. Because
I'm gonna say Tamina and Natalia as well, because lately, ever since they got formed, they were on a roll. They were on a streak. So they've been making a lot of noise. They wanted to send the message to the champions. It's like, hey, we're here, and we're gonna kick your bums and get used to it.
Who are you to doubt Billy Kay?
We're seeing Billy Kay and Carmella. They're taking it to the Riot Squad here. Carmella back to her old ways. And we got to address this right now. I mean, having Carmella repackaged, it wasn't a bad thing, but obviously the universe wasn't with it. Otherwise, you know, they would have gave, you know, the outcome would have been a little bit different. So it's like, in a way, Carmella really didn't change that much. That just made her like a snobbish person type of deal. But, you know, it's like she's back to the Carmella of old. Ever since last night when she said that Mella is money. So she said that slogan. She hasn't said that slogan in quite some time. Ever since we've seen her last with the original Carmella gimmick. And once we were seeing this new Carmella dressed in red, and my God, she was still hot. But nonetheless, well, that's another team they eliminated. The Riot Squad is gone. Billy Kay and Carmella are on a roll right now. Oh, no, wait, they're not eliminated. So it was a two count. My fault.
Double knees. Oh my goodness.
Whenever Lester just won.
It looks like this could be the chance for the Riot Squad here. Wait a minute. And there it is. Carmella and Billy Kay are eliminated. The Riot Squad advance. Let's see who comes out next. Oh, Carmella just shoves.
Yeah, like the
squad super kicks Liv Morgan. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a one-on-one match coming up this Friday on SmackDown because of that. Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke are next in this tag team turmoil match. The purpose of this tag team turmoil match. Wait a minute. What the? What happened there?
What's probably?
Maybe it's because she's wearing sunglasses at night, Cole. I don't know.
Oh, sunglasses at night.
We had a severe
that's a little bit of dark vision. But maybe it could have been a wet spot.
Dana and Mandy very wisely taking
Maybe
their time.
Dana
And Ruby Riot wisely trying to start things off.
she
She
just
ran
didn't
into a
know.
right hand by Mandy Rose. And now Mandy. Oh my
And
God!
yeah, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, they're looking really good. They're looking really good in them
Dana
outfits.
now legal.
They compliment each
Long
other.
climb to the
And
top
the
rope. Dana
blondes.
Brooks. Oh my God!
Oh, they're taking it to the Riot Squad here.
Cover. Is it enough?
Oh, and Liv Morgan just broke it up.
Well, one thing I have to say about the so-called repackaging of Carmella, it could have worked, but it was clearly obvious that it was another botch attempt by the company. And then, quite frankly, I mean, the Suns were there when she had Reginald, the Somali Now company, with the women's tag champions. It's like it was clearly obvious that it was a bad idea to begin with.
I almost laughed at the blooper that Dana Brooke created. Oh, look at that neck breaker right there onto Ruby Riot. Only a 2 count. Almost lost speed there.
Smart strategy to this point from Dana and Mandy, looking to cut the ring in half, isolate Ruby Riot far from her partner Liv Morgan. And Mandy Rose now legal.
What do you think of the set?
It's amazing. Clearly, I mean, it's good.
Very
yes, especially with the pirate ship, because that could have been last year, but at least it's done this year. So that's one thing I would say about that.
And I was surprised that they actually kept it for the Raymond James Stadium for this year. Well, because obviously they had to cancel it. They had to refund the tickets for the people that actually bought for that event. And then they moved it to the Performance Center for last year's WrestleMania. So, but now it looks incredible. I'll give them that. They made it. It's an amazing set that they had developed for this year's WrestleMania. And we're seeing a lot of back and forth between all four of these women here.
I don't know that it wouldn't have in that instance had it not been for Dana Brooke.
Now I remember that term. They look like a couple of blonde bottles of Pepto Bismol. Like, I think I'm suffering with digestion right now. I think I'm gonna have a little sip of Mandy Rose to start out with.
Here comes Ruby.
You know, I finish all of her, then I'll go for some Dana Brooke.
Rose taking over.
This Pepto doesn't digest too good. Oh, look at Liv Morgan. She is really into this here. On the top rope, Mandy Rose is up there too. Dana Brooke just made the tag. Looks like we're gonna see a quick 2-hit combo, maybe. Vertical suplex. Oh yeah, I thought Dana was gonna capitalize right away, and she did. But I think she's just measuring herself. Oh, look at that swanton. That was pretty good. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Liv reversed it into a inside cradle.
that's two already for the Riot Squad.
Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke have been eliminated.
And now we got one team left.
It was an error. The Riot Squad
Singles going out again.
Correction. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke have been eliminated.
What?
The Riot Squad actually won the matchup.
Oh, okay. So it was an error on the referee's part. Or I think, no, the referee, I think he called it right, but it was a miscommunication from Greg Hamilton. The Hammy, Mr. Hammy, just screwed it up. So, Mandy Rose, here's the replay. So he checked the pit. Yeah, he checked. He was watching the shoulders of I believe that was Mandy Rose that got pinned, or that was Dana Brooke? No, that was Dana Brooke.
That was Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke that got her shoulders were on the mat.
Oh,
so
and not getting the inside cradle.
Yeah, but Liv Morgan, I think hopefully she's not injured or hurt. She didn't even got herself up. Oh! And now we're gonna see Natalya and Tamina go to work here.
Well, it's a good thing that these two are together because these are generational wrestlers. These two women. Of course, Tamina from the Samoan family, and of course Natalya from the Hart family tree. When these two generational women come together, there's a certain understanding they're going to need it if they want to advance tomorrow to become the #1 contenders for those women's tag titles.
Sit down powerbomb by Natalya, only got a 2 count. Ruby Riott broke that up. Tamina, the daughter of the Hall of Famer Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Natalya, the daughter of the late great Jim Anvil Neidhart, the niece of WWE Hall of Famers, both of them. And I'm talking about, yes, the Hitman Bret Hart, former Divas champion. But Tamina is the only woman so far that I haven't seen her of the second generation never having a women's championship. She should be a women's championship already for the longest time. Liv Morgan on top. Natalya was about to go on top. Ruby Riott just tagged. Tamina was about to make her move. Got decked by Ruby Riott on the outside. And now we're going to see a little bit of a double play. Oh, nice. Set up for the midsection. I'll move on to Tamina.
I think that move should be called the Riot Ram.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. The Riot Ram. And then there's that slam again that did it for them. Is this it? No, Tamina's still in this thing. Only got a 2 count. Ruby Riott can't believe it. Liv Morgan is already in desperate mode, already screaming her lungs out. They got to come up with a strategy to put out Natalya and Tamina. Ruby Riott tags in really quick. Let's see what they're going to do here. What is their strategy? An arm twist. Tamina just threw it in. Oh! Liv Morgan just put herself at the front and only got super kicked by Tamina. Ruby Riott running into Tamina. Natalya just tagged her in. This is good action right here. I got to give them credit. This is good action so far. And clothesline as Tamina had Ruby Riott up high. Natalya feeling like she's going to shine right here. If she stops wasting time, just apply the sharpshooter. No. She's already directing telling Tamina to take the shot. But this is too much time wasted here.
I think I know what this means. If Tamina can apply it right here, right now.
With perfection.
Here we go.
Good. The Superfly from her dad, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. They did it. All right. Well. I'm not going to say that it's a surprise. It was. You just felt it. I felt it because these two have been making a lot of noise in the last number of weeks, and it's evident that this was the setup stage for both of them. So now, tomorrow night, Natalya and Tamina get this shot at the women's tag team titles and Shayna Baszler with her partner Nia Jax.
Well, I gotta give kudos to the Riott Squad because throughout this match, it was pretty much them who pretty much held out the longest with two eliminations. They held out as much as they could, but in the end, it was Natalya and Tamina who get the number one contendership.
Yes, that is true. So far, WrestleMania is pretty good. You know, despite the weather delay, it's flowing really good. You know, now we got the crowd back. And we already seen numerous backstage segments. The one that really kind of made me laugh was the one with Titus O'Neil, the NWO, and Bayley. So it's a good thing that the boys are still in the back. The Hall of Fame event was obviously something special, a little bit different from the previous years because obviously there was no fans on board except the fans virtually from the WWE universe. So obviously it wasn't the same. Still, I hear a lot of bullshit criticisms from the fans. Oh, Sean Woman should have never been part of the Hall of Fame with the rest of them. Just shut your mouths, man. Just shut your mouths. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. You know, yeah, we know that Six hasn't done much with the NWO. Sean Woman hasn't done much with the NWO, unlike with what he did with DX. But if things weren't going the direction that they went, and if Sean Woman didn't get himself injured, then maybe his six-pack run with NWO would have been a little bit longer. And obviously, you know, he wouldn't be dealing with just the cruiserweights, but also with the heavyweights as well, which is what he ended up doing once going to the WWF, you know, being a part of DX and actually, you know, having runs, winning championships along with those guys and all of that. So, yeah, and enough of the criticisms already. Woman's is already a two-time WWE Hall of Famer. And I said this before, would he ever accept one for his own career? In an interview, they asked him that. He said no, because he knows that he hasn't done much in his singles career except winning for championships. There were really no main highlights except for when he defeated Scott Hall as Razor Ramon back on Raw in the early stages of the show. And that's that. But nonetheless, you know, that was the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame was pretty good. I enjoyed it, despite that it was different this year, unlike the rest of the years. But at least we got to see a Hall of Fame ceremony celebrated for both classes. Next up, now this is one of the matches I'm interested in. Seth Rollins, Cesaro. I hope that this is going to put Cesaro on the map even more further than out of the many opportunities that he's had in the past with getting runs and all that. But obviously, it didn't culminate the way all of us fans would expect for Cesaro to culminate. So I'm pretty sure this match is going to be a hell of a clinic. Seeing Cesaro and Seth Rollins getting it out the way that it should.
Just download the DraftKings app, sign up with promo code WWE, and answer a series of questions.
Well, honestly, thought that ever since he returned to SmackDown, Seth Rollins sort of mercenary near his but it's pretty obvious that he's still as full of himself as he once was before he took his grip from the company.
For the record, I tried that DraftKings thing. I didn't watch it. There hasn't been anything connected with WWE, with DraftKings. Not much. So how the hell can you actually bet in a pool for WWE on DraftKings?
Think again. Cesaro has
Sounded
been
like a big ass
in WWE for 10 years.
Oh,
but he has never competed in a one-on-one
this paid ad by Seth Rollins. This is hilarious.
The Universal Championship. Is this the kind of example we want for our children? Seth Rollins is the superstar we all deserve. He's a two-time Universal Champion, a former Royal Rumble match winner, and he's had some of the most iconic moments in WrestleMania history. Seth Rollins knows what it's like to take charge, lead, and win. He's the man all of us can look up to and aspire to be.
All you have to do is embrace the vision. This ad has been paid for by friends of Seth Rollins and is in no way directly associated with Seth Rollins himself.
That is hilarious.
So is Seth worried about Cesaro tonight?
That is hilarious. It's like what I said last night when we saw this ad for the first time. It's like the colorful Joker making headlines of himself, making ads of himself to combat politically the that he's anti-Batman, that type of feel. So, and I swear, all he needs is just a face paint, and Seth would be set. Like literally, he would be set with those outlandish suits that he's been coming out with lately, and he would be set as a character, as an outlandish character. And Cesaro, we know he has always been a hell of an athlete, and he is getting his shot right here. Okay, this was 2 months ago, where look at that. Doing fast swings. He did the first set of 8. As it continues.
Listen, I'm a big Cesaro fan. I'm as big of a Cesaro fan as anybody walking the earth, but this was disrespectful.
22 swings. 22 spins that unfortunately Seth Rollins 2 months ago had to suffer at the hands of a Swiss Superman. This is a Swiss Superman versus the outlandish Joker. So I'm pretty sure these two guys are going to tear it up. Look at that. Already a European uppercut, a running European uppercut from Cesaro. And already he's going for the swing. But Seth Rollins blocked it. He's going to run for a kick, and look at that drop toe hold. Going to go for the swings, but Rollins going immediately for the ropes.
If I was Seth Rollins, I should have stayed away from the cupcakes.
I know how embarrassed Rollins was.
And a midair European uppercut from the middle rope, bouncing off of the middle rope.
Rollins wants to put this all in the rear view.
Oh my God! That knee shot on the chest of the man with a vision, for his vision to be embraced. The arm of Cesaro on the top rope by Seth. Drop kick as Seth Rollins was going up to the turnbuckle. Saw that open window. Cesaro went with a drop kick.
Look at the top rope. Get pound for pound. The strongest man in WWE.
And look at Cesaro. He's got him in the middle. Is he going to do like a... Oh, he was going to do a gut wrench. Rollins got him in position for like a power bomb. Oh, no, the buckle bomb. The one move that paralyzed Sting and almost costed his career in WWE. And he hasn't done that move in quite some time. But it looks like that could set a huge setback for Cesaro. And now he's seizing a body part for Seth Rollins to tear from the Swiss Superman, and that's his right arm. But Cesaro is not going to stand down. Look at that European uppercut on that injured right arm. It still hurts him, but he don't care. Oh, saw that one coming, and he got him on the right arm again.
Early on the matchup, caught up to Cesaro there. Whipped into the corner now, and Rollins will send Cesaro out to the apron.
Can't forget, Seth Rollins is a guy we've referred to for years as the architect. He is a master.
Cesaro on the outside.
Look at this. No doubt.
Rollins bounced on top. A high vertical. There it is. A superplex and into the Falcon Arrow. Love that combination. But that's not enough.
Seth Rollins not stressing. He came incredibly close. Look at this beautiful superplex followed up by the Falcon Arrow. Crushing impact.
That to me was like a two-pick
Here's a man who's a 4-time world champion. He's won 2 Intercontinental titles, a U.S. title, 6 tag team champions, Money in the Bank, the Royal Rumble. Rollins has done it all.
Yet for some reason, many members of the WWE Universe, Cesaro included, feel that it's acceptable to disrespect a man with the resume you just listed off.
Swinging. Nope.
With respect.
Backslide.
Now by Cesaro. Rollins able to scoot out at 2.
Another European uppercut.
When we talk about respect from bell to bell, Seth Rollins definitely has a healthy
You're going to have
respect
to
for
keep
Cesaro.
count of the many
Seth
European
has gone up
uppercuts
and
that
down the
he's
road with
delivering to
years.
Cesaro.
These two have trained
I mean,
together,
that
they have
he's
traveled together.
Cesaro's
And now
delivering
they're
to
doing
Seth
battle.
Rollins.
And I think, Corey, that's what
Back and forth European uppercuts. Never seen that before.
It's just disrespecting it like he's doing here with a massive uppercuts.
Raymond James Stadium coming to life in support of the Swiss side.
Just as long as he hears the fans approving it, he'll give it everything he's got. A weak right arm is not going to stop. So.
Now to the other side, and another uppercut by Cesaro.
And a clothesline to end.
Turn Seth inside out. Cesaro now going to crawl to the cover. Looking for the win here. Hook to the leg. Is enough to put Rollins away. Kick out 2 near fall.
And this is where doubt can begin to creep into Cesaro's mind.
This is WrestleMania for the first time in over a year. WWE fans are in attendance. We're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. This is Rollins Cesaro one-on-one.
I think Rollins is in great danger of going swinging.
Oh, here we go. Oh, reversed it into a roll-up. Cesaro is still hell-bent on wanting to swing Seth Rollins, but Rollins reaching for those ropes. Got him back on his feet and into an enziguri.
That's at least 4 counters, 4 different counters we've seen from Rollins for Cesaro's swing tonight.
We're looking for the stomp. Cesaro, though,
out of the stomp.
Rollins out of the air.
Into the position, and there goes a swing. 3, 4, 5. Keep the count tab. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 so far. But he had to stop because of that injured arm. Now into the sharpshooter.
Oh, sharpshooter locked in. Rollins is in trouble.
And Rollins reaches for the rope very, very quickly.
Just close enough to the ropes to be able to drag his body and Cesaro.
I think it was academic for Rollins to touch that
around the ring, courtesy of the Swiss Superman.
If both of his arms were
Maybe a
healthy,
serious case of vertigo, no matter how good you are.
take a sweet time doing all the swings, but knowing that he's partially weak, he knew that Rollins knew that he would not.
Neutralizer.
Set Rollins away.
Nope.
While Rollins, though,
Broke it out, and Cesaro on his feet. Oh!
Again, the bad arm, Corey.
Bicep first.
Landed on
Top
that arm.
turnbuckle. Rollins now measuring
Top
Cesaro.
turnbuckle.
And watch himself up the top rope. And
Oh, a high knee.
Cesaro in the jaw.
Mid-air knee.
And Rollins with a
Sling blade.
And now Seth Rollins starting to
Seth
build momentum.
Rollins.
You can feel the
Beautifully
match
done.
turning here. The longer this matchup goes, the more confident Seth Rollins becomes. But Seth might be looking to end this here and now. The target is acquired. Cesaro down in the center of the ring. Rollins from the very top. Rollins top rope. Cesaro nowhere to go. Rollins.
Whoa! What a corkscrew splash.
And still,
That's never been done before yet. Oh, he got a 2 count.
That
was awesome. Look at this.
Ever see? Look at this. 360 degrees corkscrew crashing down across the abdomen of Cesaro, but the Swiss side.
The only man that does it originally, that does it very beautifully, is the late great Hector Garza.
I wonder what's running through his mind.
Seth Rollins did it super. He did it in the ring. Hector Garza does it normally out.
right.
And again, that goes back to the healthy respect as a competitor Rollins has for what Cesaro's capable of.
Cesaro dealing with that injured right arm, and it's hurting, but
With a ripcord, and Cesaro now.
oh, the neutralizer.
Oh no!
Is that it?
Neutralizer connects to
1,
Rollins. He's in another
2.
away.
No.
And now
You're like a
Cesaro
half
begins to
pint
count
size
himself.
away from the 3. Cesaro is in
This
shock.
the proving ground. When you are
He thought it was a
Cesaro,
2.
this is all you
Well,
ever
he's
wanted.
saying it's a 2,
As we
but it's
take a
only
look at
3.
this tremendous exchange, the neutralizer that has brought
And he went for it
Cesaro
quick. He went
so
for it quick.
but not
It
tonight.
could have been like a half pint size away from a 3.
Now Cesaro just battering Rollins. Seth needs to try to find a way back into this one.
Ropes, and is he? Oh, nice! And again, oh,
Neutralizer a second time. Rollins, though, able to
Go for the
counter.
pedigree.
the pedigree from Seth Rollins, Triple H. 2 count.
Again, a near fall.
Wow.
And with each near fall, Raymond James Stadium
This is
rocks a
some
little
real
harder.
athletic
The
shit.
WWE
Yes.
Universe is live for this one. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay. This is WrestleMania.
I mean, the sequences.
Neutralizer attempt.
Trying to go for the
Rollins a step
neutralizer.
ahead,
He got out of it and
with the
morphed it into the pedigree. And only got a 2
But
counts.
again, the iron will of Cesaro on display for the world to see.
Because it's normally we just seen Seth Rollins having an answer to every move that Cesaro has been doing.
What do you do now?
I survived the neutralizer. I survived the swing. I am. Oh God.
He says he's a god, but he's not a
The leader of
wrestling.
men, Seth Rollins. And Rollins
Oh!
back of the neck.
Forearm to the back of the
Now
neck.
Rollins, was he going to go for the stop?
No, he was going to go for that. Oh! Wow!
Stop his own momentum.
That's some good moves from Seth Rollins.
You've got to be impressed with the offense, including this
The
elbow
forearm to
strike
the
right
back
base
of the
Cesaro's neck. I can't believe Cesaro
And then he
recovered
landed
from
on
that
his
one.
knees and then
But
to do
Rollins
that
smells
reverse,
blood right now. Look at the
that
position
reverse
Cesaro's
kick,
in
man,
for.
that was just out of nowhere.
Rollins
Well, I
has
think he's gonna go for the
Cesaro in
stomp.
stop position. Seth going for the stop. Cesaro.
Whoa! Into a uppercut. Beautiful.
And now Cesaro with Seth Rollins up on his
What do
shoulders.
here?
All right.
Oh, airplane spin. Airplane spin.
He calls this the UFC.
And look at that.
He doesn't use any hands.
Look at that.
That's not an
That is some showmanship stuff.
It sure is.
Cesaro just spun around.
See, Cesaro is capitalizing, and he's got this WrestleMania spot to pull out moves that has never been done before, that probably he's been thinking of doing, and that he's been banking on for such a long time. I mean, in my opinion.
One more time, he says.
Okay. I think we counted 22 last time. 4, 5, 6. No, actually, it was 9. It was 9. It was 9.
That's 15.
15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 plus the first 9 that he's done. How much is that? Neutralizer. That's got to be it. 1, 2, yeah.
That was 32 spins in total.
Well, Cesaro got his WrestleMania moment finally.
Yes.
That it was awesome. I gotta say, man, that was awesome. Cesaro deserves it so much. He put on one hell, well, both of them put on one hell of a show. If there was any match athletically that people should watch over and over again, this is one. This is one out of so many matches athletically that should be viewed. Time and time again.
I gotta say it there. For someone who has been in the WWE for many years, Cesaro finally got his WrestleMania moment.
This is an incredible matchup between
it was incredible showmanship. They pulled out moves never been seen. Look at that airplane spin. How he kept it in balance. Look at that. Just showing it off. That was awesome. That was beautiful. And then more airplane spins. That was 23 plus 9. That's how many? 32 in total at WrestleMania.
Neutralizer.
And then the neutralizer, that's the second neutralizer of the night.
A job well done and a dream come true.
Congratulations to both Cesaro and Seth Rollins, but mainly Cesaro for winning the match. He got his moment tonight. It was amazing.
Because Cesaro has relied so much on the fans for what he's accomplished in his career to this point here tonight.
Cesaro, you can ask anybody on the roster, anyone who's stepped in a ring with him or shared a locker room with him. He is the consummate professional. Cesaro loves his business as much as anybody in this stadium. I could not be happier for him.
You know, Corey, this is WrestleMania Saturday. We sort of kicked things off last night on a special edition of WrestleMania SmackDown. We had one of the traditional WrestleMania matches on Fox last night. It was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the ring filled with both Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown superstars.
The action was fast, furious, and
They
chaotic.
showed WrestleMania SmackDown episode last night. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. Down to the last four: Ricochet, Nakamura, and Corbin, Jey Uso. And I had a feeling that it would be Jey Uso. I was going to say it was Jey Uso and Baron and King Corbin, but it ended up being Jey Uso and Nakamura the last two. And it went pretty quick, and Jey Uso has got his name in the imprint black of the trophy of Andre the Giant. And the tag team match involving all the teams, especially with the Dirty Dogs, and the Dirty Dogs capitalized a very dirty swift move. But they retained the championships last night. They out-suckered all of the tag teams that were involved.
And now, please welcome my guests who retained their SmackDown Tag Team Championships last night on WrestleMania SmackDown in a fatal four-way match. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Gentlemen, welcome to WrestleMania. This must be extremely exciting.
Yes. There is nothing like this in the world, Kayla. Now that these two aces have walked in, we've arrived. It finally feels like WrestleMania.
For a couple of dirty dogs, Kayla, I gotta say, we clean up quite nice.
Well, we've already seen some pretty impressive tag team action from the women's division tonight, but what's your prediction when the New Day challenge AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team Championships?
New Day is one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Hell, I had Kofi Mania, Kayla, for a minute. Now, rainbows and unicorns can only get you so far when you're just looking across the ring. AJ Styles and Omos. Now, Omos looks fantastic standing next to AJ, and he'd look even better draped in gold. Tell him, big man.
You know, I've known AJ Styles a very long time, and the one thing that I've learned is that you never, ever bet against the phenomenal one.
So excuse us, 2020 Hall of Fame class, request some pictures with the champs. So, yeah.
Yeah, is that right? Let's see what happens next. Speaking of which, they should.
Oh, Tampa Bay!
Well, the Raw Tag Team belts are on the line here.
Don't you dare be stopped!
Classic Big E on the mic.
For your world famous 11-time champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is!
Incredible mic skills of the Intercontinental Champion Big E introducing his two brothers for this Raw Tag Team Championship match. And finally, they're out of the Scorpion Sub-Zero game. Even though they got some crazy haircuts. But hey, only the New Day can sport them as well. Only Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods can sport them.
Well, the New Day is going to bite out more than they can chew because they may have the Bucks, but no one against that.
Scheduled for one fall is for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
I'm gonna actually get some punch. I'm gonna put it in here and I'll be back quick.
All right. Well, like I was saying, for those of you watching it, the New Day they bite out more than they can chew because yes, they may be currently the Raw Tag Team Champions, but knowing that they're facing off against two guys, they're facing off against the likes of a very great wrestler, Russian, phenomenal wrestler in AJ Styles, and next to him is another big, tall, like African homeless. A combination like that could really be difficult to defeat.
Of AJ Styles
for the 11-time Tag Team Champions, and the picture just heard from the still current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Dirty Dogs. We'll see right here as we watch with the King Eye as to who will become Tag Team Champions. Will it still be the New Day, or will the phenomenal one and Amos come out victorious and with the tag belts? All right, here we go.
and their opponents, the team of Omos and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Really are the challengers. Apparently Omos doesn't look much like he's ready to compete, but nonetheless,
you're outside, you don't have to wear traditional gear. Oh, and Pete, you wear whatever you want, Michael Cole. You know, for AJ Styles, this is a big night tonight. He's never held a tag team championship here in WWE, and has a perfect opportunity alongside the 7'3", 400-pound
one-on-one wrestler in the city. They obviously know the very well, and that's the city of Orlando, Florida.
I talked about this for a few weeks on Raw, and I'll remind you again. I saw a little bit of the training that Omos has been going through. He brings just a small.
People should know this going to be all the best wrestling. Knowing that with
never mind the training. I've seen
the arsenal of the phenomenal one and the heights of the big, tall African Amos here. This could be quite a match.
Over the inexperience of Omos and AJ Styles as a tag team.
Well, listen, if there's any team that can knock this team, AJ and Omos off, it would be the New Day.
Oh, indeed. I mean, there's no doubt in the New Day, they've been in these big situations.
All right. Here we go. Yes. Another big black man. Another big black man. Looks like he's ready to compete.
We've seen no fear from Xavier Woods, no fear from Kofi Kingston when it comes to the unknown of what Omos brings to the table. And gentlemen, it looks like Omos
is going to be the first one to start. Kofi Kingston ready to start for the New Day.
Who's going to have to go toe-to-toe with Omos.
Oh my lord, this is
a big man right there.
This is a total mismatch. Kofi's gonna have to use wits to take on. Oh,
Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have wisely thrown AJ Styles in to start this match.
Wise decision indeed.
At least I'm going to chow down with some homemade burritos. We don't even know what's going to be on the menu for tomorrow. That's still debated. That's still being talked about.
All
right, here we go. Here we go. Looks like the phenomenal one and a leg lock by
right? You keep the big man out the ring.
I'm not ready to chow yet.
Not trying a little bit.
And Kofi lands on his feet. AJ Styles went for the SOS. Did Kofi? AJ able to counter. Look at that early on. Kofi rolls through. AJ Styles now, shoulders down and a kick out. Kingston.
I think one thing that we wasn't acknowledged is that
years ago,
Omos has been performing at the performance center. He has been
WrestleMania
developing, working out, creating some
for another memorable moment here.
moves, but he has been practicing as of late. That's what the latest reports have been saying about Omos. So we can't wait to see how Omos is going to be coming in and unleashing his hidden yet awesome power.
We just saw Kofi take down AJ. That was easy. Oh, look at that. They're egging him on.
Okay, this is a wrestling match, not a dancing contest.
Mind games by the New Day. Cover AJ able to get the shoulder out.
Disrespectful.
Well, obviously they're not for it. Is the big, tall African here.
Wonderful, Moss.
Cody's got
keeping Moss on the apron. Is that going to build the anger and intensity of Moss, or is it going to let the nerves build and develop a little bit for the big man?
With a splash.
The splash.
Xavier Woods now up over the top, probably the elbow. Covered out by Woods, who is legal, made the tag, kicked out. Look at what the New Day's doing here. They're keeping AJ Styles a long way away from Omos.
Not playing that.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. You were going there.
That's another pair that known each other for a long time. Xavier Woods and AJ Styles, also a part of TNA Wrestling, part of the TNA Originals. Them two, along with Robert Roode, Bobby Roode.
Sound strategy working to a T here.
Made TNA Wrestling what it was. One heck of a brand to watch. These young kids at the time, they were making names for themselves.
The unicorn stomp, and that is what the New Day is doing here now to AJ Styles.
The stomps to AJ.
Xavier comes Kofi again.
Xavier now Kofi takes it. Yes, these guys are a phenomenal one.
Tremendous strategy by the New Day, but they
Xavier Woods, and of course the man on commentary.
Xavier Woods retain the tag team titles and
TNA.
kick out by Styles.
One of the
Omos can do right now, but what's the punishment that AJ Styles
by
is receiving
Woods,
from the Raw Tag Team Champions?
And that was what great wrestling was all about.
On the apron.
First, you mentioned Samoa Joe. Yes, he is one of the TNA Originals as well.
Inside
With
Styles by Woods as
Woods
New
and
Day
Roode.
continues to control AJ Styles, a former
Need one
WWE
heck of a
champion.
brand to be viewed.
Watch out. They just get close.
And it seems like the strategy here is AJ is absorbing everything from the New Day. Unless he feels he can't take no more, that's when Omos is going to come in to unleash his awesome power.
Pretty much the New Day's master plan is to
And trying
make
to make
sure
it to Omos.
Omos is not on his first one. That was it. Decisive with a strength. It could be a bulldozer once in the ring.
Down again of Styles. Simple, but it's sound. And a kick out by
I think beyond a
Styles.
bulldozer, more like a battering ram.
Tag man, here comes Kingston. Textbook tag team wrestling here by the New Day.
Superior tactics by the New Day.
Styles driven down and now double team Bulldog. Cover by Kingston for the victory. AJ again able to kick out. If you're Styles, you just have to survive. You have to survive and somehow try to drag yourself over and make the tag to the big man.
That's easier said than done, Michael Cole. The New Day have completely isolated Styles.
Been a dominant performance so far by the 11-time tag team champions.
Not when Raymond James Stadium is you got it. It's like you got You got the New Day as the Buccaneers, and pretty much the
I can't make a tag.
probably expecting
as the visitors.
He's gonna try to end it.
No.
It's like he just go for the touchdown, but right there the block from Xavier Woods.
Drive Styles back to the barricade.
There's a legitimate possibility Omos would never get into this matchup.
And AJ Styles did not figure that out. Oh, did not expect that is what I meant to say. Cover now by Kofi.
No, AJ was trying to get to Omos so that he could tag him. Was exactly how he saw it, but New Day pretty much interrupting that plan was not what I
This has been a
expected
sound
to see.
strategy. It has worked to a T. Isolate AJ Styles, prevent Styles from even getting close to Omos to make that tag.
Yeah, Byron, I said it at the top of the matchup.
Well,
They perhaps
looks
the
like they're
greatest
gonna
tag team of all
exhaust it as
time,
much
and
as
it's
they
proving
can.
why here tonight.
I mean, indeed, the argument. That's why this has been almost a handicap match.
AJ Styles trying to
Because
fight out.
AJ to the
Create
New
some
Day is
space
easy
momentarily.
pick.
Oh,
Grab the
again.
tights.
Close call.
A little phenomenal crack there.
Now Styles
Well,
lands on his feet
didn't
again.
see it, but it could have been exposed right away.
Yeah.
Enziguri. There. Oh, miss.
And Woods drags him back to the corner again.
Kick to the corner.
And there's a tag.
Kofi's coming in.
Kofi.
Oh, and a splash to the back of the phenomenal one.
Just pancaked him. Kick out
Not
at two.
even.
2 count.
Think about how
No matter how hard you try to stop AJ from making that tag, you should not underestimate him in the
AJ
slightest.
Styles away.
It's called phenomenal for a
searing
reason.
anger of that giant and Omos sitting in the corner waiting to get in.
Yeah, the New Day better do something to put Styles away here pretty soon.
They're doing something all right.
Mhm.
Xavier Woods. Perched on top.
Oh.
Styles.
I think AJ needs Kofi Kingston just by seeing that high screen up there.
He's like in the middle of the ring, and you go, "Oh, AJ, I hurry up quick."
The smile across the
There it
And
is.
he does. Now we're seeing Omos being tagged. He's going to come in. Let's see what this big man can unleash on his debut at WrestleMania.
7-3-400.
Well, if the New Day can try to decimate AJ, it's gonna be a lot more of this big tall African here.
2 Davids, 1 Goliath.
He's saying he wants this. He wants Omos.
Yeah, but those kicks have had no effect.
It's like aiming at a brick wall.
Massive chest of Omos.
No effect on the big man.
Kofi Kingston saying chop him
No
down.
effect on Big Chocolatey Cool.
This is why the New Day tried so hard to isolate Styles.
Oh.
Kofi Kingston's legal. Kofi now up to the top rope. Kingston now.
Oh, he got him by the hand. Oh, what a swing.
That could be
Looks like the tide is turning here.
things to come. Have you guys ever seen a look like that on the face of the New Day?
Man, look, it's like Fear Street right now. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods read Fear Street. This is it.
Ross is having his
WWE style. Oh my God.
And laughing every step of the way.
They get run over by a freight train. And then the smile. Omos looks like he's having fun out here.
Oh, what a backbreaker. Oh my God. Now he's going to add more to injury. Oh, look at the size of his hand covering Xavier Woods. We haven't seen anything like that since the Great Khali, maybe.
I thought no doubt about it.
Directing
Now-
traffic. Omos.
Just effortless power.
Maybe sidewalk slam. Oh, another backbreaker.
Ross is systematically
He is
breaking down
becoming
the
a
Raw Tag
one-man
Team
wrecking crew.
champion.
He's pretty much leaving the New Day. in
Hey,
pieces.
after everything that AJ has endured with these two, now they're actually feeling the pain from Omos.
Rendered almost helpless. And AJ
Oh my!
And look at this. But the phenomenal forearm on top of Omos. That was cool.
Kingston. Kofi is all alone.
That rocked
with
the house.
I don't think Kofi has any idea where he's even at right now.
I think this could be it right
I
here.
think he thinks he's in St. Pete.
Oh
Oh my God. What a slam down. And we witnessed that on Raw.
No, we don't. And yet, he just dropped Kofi with
Now
ease.
the humiliation of being pinned by the
And here we go.
New
Tag Team champion.
champions. And the new Raw Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Omos.
Little HBK and Big Chocolate Cool has done it.
When there's size, strength, and flexibility and agility combined, that's what you get. Here are your new tag team champions.
They pretty much own the tag team division. There is going to be no tag team that can defeat these two.
One of the most incredible first time.
It was clearly evident from what we saw that the New Day's wrestling plans went awry because it was clearly evident that they cannot keep AJ away from the corner. And once the tag was made, the big, tall African go like a brick wall, practically demolished the New Day. Right here, this was the highlight of the match.
Phenomenal forearm over the shoulders of Omos.
And right here,
And that big splat down. Look at that. Such elevation. And that almost, look how that put out Kofi Kingston.
Omos by the side of AJ Styles. I got a feeling those Raw Tag Team titles are going to be in their possession for a long, long time.
AJ Styles is tag team champion with Omos. Never thought I would ever see it.
Well, one thing I could attest to is that for a man who's pretty much been the bodyguard for the now defunct Underground Raw, this is pretty much Omos's moment. Without the training, with his size, with his strength, he incorporated into this tag title match, and that is why we now have new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Corbin for a Snickers commercial. He looks like a school crossing. Oh, this is the unveiling of 2K21. So this is a work in progress, so it's still not finished, obviously. So this is going to come out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox.
For her entire career, she has been a history maker in tonight. Sasha Banks makes history once again. She defends the SmackDown Women's Championship against Royal Rumble.
This is the one thing that WWE fans can't wait to see for the SmackDown Women's Championship tonight.
You are listening to Save Your Tears by The Weeknd, an official theme song of this year's WrestleMania. It's from the album After Hours, available now on Apple Music and Spotify.
And of course, this is WrestleMania weekend.
Oh boy!
WrestleMania Saturday.
Now we can say we can touch it with a knife.
Steel cage match coming up next as it's slow.
Pinfall or submission. It is a matchup.
Well, pretty much I could say pretty much Shane O'Mac pretty much sends his death warrants here.
As against him.
I gotta address something. It's obvious that Shane McMahon.
Let's see if all of this pointless bullying finally gets an exclamation point for this fan.
You're just plain stupid.
Well, perfectly, all I have to say is that for nearly years, the monster among men had really had to just do with the company. Someone who has been, this was a guy who was never tasted championship gold. He's doing everything he can, but quite frankly, to be called stupid it's perfectly acceptable. She doesn't have a clue as to what is going to be in store no matter moments.
Hey, Braun.
Well, let's not forget the promo that he made.
You couldn't handle me.
And when he got interviewed for Raw Talk. He said that he's in a fight for every single person who's had a challenging childhood, who's been bullies, who's been put down, who's been held down. All of them. All of those individuals. We've been there before. And Braun Strowman in the time of now will be that perfect example on how to combat a no good bully in Shane McMahon.
McMahon warming up. Nobody is more upset than me about what happened at Fastlane. Shane McMahon landed awkwardly, grabbing at his left knee. Because I would have wiped the floor with that peanut brain Braun Strowman. Now don't worry, that match between Braun and I is going to happen just as soon as my knee is healed up, whatever that may be.
Shane, I don't give a damn if you got a peg leg. Nothing's gonna stop the ass whooping that's coming for you. Another message sent to Shane McMahon.
Look at the shape of the crutch.
You must be one of the stupid sons of bitches I've ever seen.
Yeah, his knee was never hurt.
It's a miracle. It sure looks like that knee's all right now, Shane. It's time to pony up, Golden Boy. I want you one-on-one at WrestleMania.
I accept, Braun. Any match that you want.
Shane McMahon. There's nowhere to hide. At WrestleMania, you're gonna get these hands in a steel cage match. I'm not just gonna whoop your ass for me. I'm gonna whoop it for every person on this planet that's ever been called stupid.
Braun, I have to say, this match favors you. And it would if I was any other man. But you see, I'm a McMahon, and I will defeat you inside that steel cage at WrestleMania. And the very next morning when you wake up, you will say to yourself, boy, I am stupid.
And it's crutch night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome special guest commentator, WWE Hall of Famer, Cherry the King R.
Hey, Jerry, thanks for
It would be
joining us.
WrestleMania without the King.
Hall of Famer. We're looking forward to it. We can celebrate our 10-year anniversary together. Don't start that, please. Nonetheless, Jerry, steel cage match, Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman.
Of course, if there's anybody who knows the McMahon family inside now, it is the King.
Is a steel cage match.
The only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage with both feet hitting the floor.
Here comes the money.
Introducing first, from New York City, Shane McMahon.
So, Jerry, I gotta ask you,
One pretty much I can attest to that Shane McMahon has had his WrestleMania moments. Of course, one of his, because it's all that kind of matches the clash that he had with his own father at WrestleMania 17, and then of course WrestleMania 32. And a Hell in a Cell with The Undertaker, the Denman.
so seriously.
This is just to show how much the industry is in the blood of this guy. Well, let's see how he can fare against the Monster Man in the steel cage.
But Shane O'Mac, like you said, he's a big man, and he's planning on doing extraordinary things here.
Oh, yeah, two valid matches.
As one of the most constructive superstars we've ever seen.
Make Shane, but not necessarily great Shane. But those two matches, obviously, that were highlights of them. When he went against his own father, when he wrestled in the Hell in a Cell against The Undertaker, those were epic matches that people could watch over and over again and wonder how in the heck did Shane McMahon ever even made it with such hellacious matches.
Weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
This man is his biggest
Says it best. The Strowman Express in his last stop, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay, Florida.
I took 3 steps back just to see all of it. But his ignorance is encyclopedic. Look at this guy.
So, you're not
going to jump on the Shane McMahon bandwagon and say that Braun Strowman's stupid. You better watch it, King. Please be careful. Two words wisely.
I've listened to Braun Strowman and I'm talking about.
I don't know if it's me or if I read the text. Oh, that proves it. I did detect some form of apprehensiveness in Shane McMahon.
Of course, you don't want Braun Strowman inside of the cage already. But then again, he could be playing possum and could sucker Braun Strowman in. Let's not forget, Shane is also the wisest man when it comes to playing, making moves one step ahead of the game. Wait a minute! Oh, Elias, unbelievable, and Riker.
It's clearly evident that Shane McMahon had a master plan.
He is a McMahon with a plan. Do you think he was going to come in straight up and it would be just by himself? Nope. He wants to have all the advantages on his. He wants to have all the advantages in his favor. The whack of the steel chair on his back.
Of course, we can say that it is a steel cage match. Weapons are legal, and to reiterate, and it's crush night.
Well, let's see if grudges do get involved in this fight. Unfortunately, Braun Strowman is getting waffled with that steel chair all over. This is pain that he's going to have to endure. This is pain that he already has endured in the past. Let's see how much he can endure tonight. Oh! Whoa! Almost hit his head. And he stopped it. He was a human break. He swatted that chair away, got it for himself, but just kicked him in the leg.
Now Shane with a steel chair in hand again.
And back with the other steel chair.
Unload on Strowman. And now he calls for the door to open. Shane wants to
really that? No, not that easily. Not that easily. Saying, Shane, you are not going nowhere. Look at that. See?
It is a battle of Braun versus brains here. Let's see if Shane McMahon can use every trick in the book to get one over on a monster or among men.
So nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Maybe limping here, but Braun with one leg. Let's see how much he can withstand. Oh, going for those shots and the kick to that leg again.
Look at that footwork. Come on, Shane.
It's Shane O'Mac doing what he does best.
Shane McMahon has great hands. I'll give him that.
Look at that. Quickness again, body shots and a kick.
Let's not forget, he was a part of Raw Underground. I'm sure he's learning a lot of new things. He's been with his coaches late nights.
I can't believe that this is happening.
Sprucing up, exercising.
Of course, I give him a lot of credit.
A lot of cardio and footwork came into play. Look at Shane McMahon. Oh.
To the kidneys of Strowman and then right back to the leg, kick to the ribs. Shane McMahon attacking all parts.
Look at all of those shots. Aiming for the kidneys and just swats Shane McMahon
That's all it takes by Braun
up when he's back on his feet. Now, trying to climb on the other side. Strowman trying to kick him off and kick him on the chin.
Oh my God!
A piece of steel ripped off that sheet metal. Ripped from that.
He got him on the leg again.
Right back to the
on the back of Braun Strowman.
Well, there are no disqualifications in a steel cage match, and Shane taking full advantage of that rule.
That's going to be the question of the night. How much can Braun Strowman withstand him?
Hurry. Shane going to go for the cover now. One of the
Braun
ways
Strowman's doing everything he can. He's trying to step at the feet from that shot on the shin.
Trying to cover him only a one cut, and it was like a huge whoosh.
Remember, both feet must hit the floor.
Shane was trying to aim for something as Braun Strowman was trying to pull him back in before even escaping the cage. Oh!
Did you see the height on that?
Yeah, that's hang time right there.
Come on, Shane.
Yeah, come on, Shane.
Yeah, come on, Shane. Oh
my gosh.
He's about to get swatted out here with those cage fences.
After all those months of turmoil caused by
Shane sign of his head.
The Master Among Men is unleashing the wrath.
Taunted. Antagonized by Shane McMahon.
Oh, that kick to the gut.
We want to do that to Strowman.
Kick to the arm.
That leg.
He was attacked with steel chairs and
and an uppercut.
A one-legged Strowman is still a highly threatening Braun Strowman.
Fortunately, Shane's still feeling his face.
Those granite-like hands of Strowman.
That would have knocked out the ordinary man, but not Shane.
And what a shot to the gut.
Now Shane McMahon serving as a great punching bag for Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Shane has nowhere to
Hell of a
go.
punching
Inside the cage with Strowman.
Whoa! Just waffle him in between the ropes and the cage fence.
Strowman might have damaged that left knee even further in the process. And now Strowman.
You got to think how much.
Back into that leg.
Even though we said the question time and time again, how much can Braun Strowman withstand? You got to wonder how much damage that leg is going to.
Braun Strowman taking
It's
his
got to be in.
time.
It's not going to be good.
Oh, and a chest pounding to the ground.
He's a pirate extreme. Shane is. He's got a sunken chest.
And now Strowman just stalking McMahon. Oh, Shane is in deep, deep trouble. Could be time for the running play.
Oh, but the leg.
Oh, and again, the bad leg gave out.
And Shane sees
The bad leg gave out. Now Shane McMahon takes
advantage here. Two whooshes to the cage fence. Face first.
Shane is awesome right there. Ramming the big, thick head into the cage.
And into a DDT.
DDT.
Good move by Shane.
Shane had that in it, did you?
I don't think he had any of this in him, but Shane McMahon standing toe-to-toe with the
Braun
monster
Strowman
right
did
now.
100% that DDT could not
I
be
don't know why I'm
executed.
surprised. Shane continues
That's
to
what-
pull up
since Braun is
miracles
practically
whenever he's in the ring.
incapacitated, it allowed Shane to take the advantage.
What is Shane going to do now? Escape?
He's way ahead of both you guys. Come on, Shane.
And Shane now going to try to climb to the top of the
Oh,
cage.
Braun realizes that he's trying to escape. Or is he going to do the coast to coast? The coast to coast. Oh! And it connected. Well, that also hurted Shane here. And how he landed. Yes, vintage Shane McMahon indeed.
Cover now by Shane. Is he enough to win?
No. 2 count. Yet that coast to coast is
coast to coast again.
one of the biggest highlights of Shane's career. Done that in recently number of matches that he's had.
You see Elias and
Jackson Riker coming in.
trying to give him an assist.
Rallying the troops. And again, it's not illegal.
This is plan C.
I would really hate to see this match end in this fashion. Well, you better get used to it.
Assisting
Shane's about to climb
Shane
over the top
McMahon.
of both feet.
Gotta get him over. Look at Braun. Oh!
And there they go.
Braun bull rushed himself hard on that cage wall to knock down Elias and Jackson Riker and Shane McMahon in the premises to get him back inside of the cage. Look at that replay. Look at that fascinating. And I knew it was going to make a move. Look at that.
Poor Shane.
Braun Strowman sacrificed himself to make sure that Shane doesn't get out of that cage.
WWE fans are here tonight witnessing the steel cage match between the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, and Shane McMahon.
And wait till you see WrestleMania tomorrow on Sunday. We're just getting started.
That would be WrestleMania Sunday.
Yes.
WrestleMania Saturday
Now up
night.
to the second
WrestleMania
rope, back
Sunday
to the
night.
top rope, looking to try to somehow escape yet again. Steel cage match continues.
Shane's trying to climb out of the cage.
Got a hold of him.
Braun is not letting him. He's not letting him go. He just got him by the seat of his pants.
Shane doing everything he can to survive. Trying to
He's going up further. Braun is catching up to him.
Shane's going to try to get his other leg over and just drop
Wait a
the
minute.
floor to win.
He's halfway.
Wait a minute, he's grabbing that
a stick.
bucket. Oh yeah, he's got a toolbox on the head of Braun Strowman. He decks him and he goes down. Shane is still halfway up the cage. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna do I got a feeling he's gonna do a high elbow drop. He's already stationed. He's just got to get himself. No, he's actually already halfway outside.
And you know, speaking of Richard Shane, when he launched himself out of the steel cage, this way
Damn it, Shane is gonna win.
when he took out his former friends, the Mean Street Posse.
Wait a minute. Oh, he got him by the hand. I think he's going to do some damage here before he does win this match. Let's see how much he can do.
That's why you don't stick your hand in the target cage, Cole.
Yeah.
He's gonna rip.
Oh, he's ripping the portion of the cage. He's bringing Shane in. Never count out the strength of this guy.
No way.
Oh, he's halfway on that cage emblem right there. That portion of the cage. Oh, he just decked him out of the steel part. And now he's beating him up profusely. Those body shots he just took. Oh my God. What's he gonna do now?
He's got something on mind.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Oh, no. What the heck is he going to do? What has he got in mind?
Strowman's up there as well.
They're both halfway up. This could get fatal. This could get nasty. This could get suicidal.
One's like almost 7 feet tall.
Something really nasty is going to be afloat here.
This is a frightening visual right now.
Oh, excuse me. This is going to be something wicked.
What's going to happen?
What's he going to do? Oh! He just tossed them down.
Braun Strowman just threw Shane off the top of the cage.
My goodness. The elevation. The elevation that Shane just went through right now.
Shane, who's stupid now, and he threw him to the top of the cage. Shane McMahon is out. Come on, that's enough.
You think, Byron?
Shane may be broken in half. He hasn't moved. Shane McMahon was just thrown off the top of a steel cage.
He's out there. It's for every person that has ever been called stupid.
That's one fired up monster among men here.
I think he's gonna finally put the final exclamation point.
McMahon at his mercy. Shane McMahon has
the move that made the Bulldog famous. The Bulldog made famous. The running power slam. And that is it. That is his answer to all the naysayers, to all the dirt sheet rappers, but most importantly to all the bullies. Everybody was, like I said before, has been put down, has been held down.
This is how the match started.
By rich bricks and punk asses.
We thought Shane had the advantage when he had Lexi Record Elias come to his aid.
He did for a little bit at the beginning of the match, the very beginning of the match. But at the end of it, look at you just infuriated, just pissed off the big man.
Shane McMahon was nearly on the verge of dropping down, but once Braun hooked his arm and just ripped that mesh right from the cage.
And then to bring him all the way up high so that he could get tossed down. Look at this. And in slow motion. Look at that.
I can't look.
Oh my God.
Inside out.
A normal human being would have been probably dead, maybe paralyzed.
Power slam by Braun Strowman to pick up the win over Shane McMahon here tonight at WrestleMania. It has to be an incredibly gratifying victory for the monster among men. Go after the ocean full of weight over his head. Somebody help Shane!
I guess it's something me then.
Wow. Oh,
What's he doing up there?
He never touches the ground when he leaves the ring.
Oh, what the heck? Kofi Kingston doing an athletic commercial like if it was some type of Olympic gymnastics. Kind of like if he was going through a American Gladiators Eliminators, so to speak, for a cricket commercial. You should have pizza instead for tomorrow. Is that from Pizza Hut? Oh, no, that's from Papa John's. And I haven't had Papa John's in a while. In a long time. But they don't have a Papa John's in my neighborhood no more. That sucks. It really does. The movie Nobody is, it looks pretty good. But they only had it in theaters. They didn't have it on HBO Max or anything like that. So it's going to come out on demand pretty soon. I want to check that out. Can't wait for Mortal Kombat. Even though it's been delayed for a week. But hey, at least it'll come out at the end of this month. I want to see Fast 9 already. Big time. I want to see Fast 9. That's what I've been waiting for since last year. I've been waiting for the Hall of Fame, for WrestleMania last year, for Fast 9. None of those took place, and it looks like we're going to get them this year. Well, we already got the Hall of Fame. We already got WrestleMania ready tonight and tomorrow night. And now we're going to get I want to check out Fast 9. Normally it would be we turned it into a family tradition. Myself and my family, we turned it into a family tradition ever since Fast 5. So we've been going to the latest 5, 6, 7, 8, and even the one that The Rock did, kind of like a spin-off of things. So can't wait for that to happen on May 22nd for what the trailer's shown. But yeah, I can't wait for that movie, to see John Cena in that movie. Oh. Bailey invading the commentary table.
Hogan didn't want any help, so I thought that maybe I could do your job better than you, Michael Cole, you little idiot.
And Bailey normally is not even booked for WrestleMania, so now they're putting her to use, looking like a hostess
because they're about to
of
be
her
honored
show.
as part of the 2020 Hall of Fame class.
Yeah, I knew that. You know how I knew that? Thank you guys. But we have to watch this.
Welcome to a very special occasion.
We're seeing the recap of the WWE Hall of Fame
induction
ceremony for 20 and 21
that have paved the way for us to do what we love. And the list of inductees this year is an impressive list.
To anybody out there that feels that I have wronged them.
So hopefully, because I've talked about this before with regards to the Hall of Fame and how normally they present these people at WrestleMania or segment. So tonight, hopefully they talk about 2020, display the people involved for 2020, and for tonight, and 2021 for tomorrow. I think both classes deserve that type of ovation and recognition from the WWE Universe. That's Apple, Florida.
I accept with the delight of someone who's following some of his greatest heroes.
Our next
it's cool to see William Shatner get the celebrity induction into the Hall of Fame for 2020, even though they added it last minute. I think in the last couple
This
of weeks.
family is just getting started.
That is right. And wait, Brie, you're forgetting something. What? Haters gonna hate, Bella's gonna bow.
British Bulldogs induction, way overdue. Should have happened right away.
I can do it too.
And finally that
To the great
happened.
superstars that share
Davey
the
Boy
Twin
Smith
Circle of
Jr.,
Unity, I want to say thank you and
his
welcome Mike
sister,
Carter
and
to the
of course,
2020 Hall of Fame.
Dana.
Thank you very
Either
much.
of course with Buffy. It was awesome
Each year,
to receive
WWE is proud to present a special award to a distinguished individual for their contributions
Hall
beyond
of
the
Fame
WWE
induction
universe.
on
The
their
Warrior
behalf.
Award.
Bulldog.
This year's inductee is truly a beacon
Warrior
in his
Award.
community.
So truly deserved to Titus O'Neil.
Moments,
He's done a lot of work
resources
for
to
the
families,
community.
has given me the
Ambassador for
opportunity
WWE.
to
He
successfully
truly deserves it.
put smiles.
It says a lot about him. It really does.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
The NWO. Ready or not, here we come.
Hey, yo. To be here now with some of my dearest friends, words can't express it. I just want to say thank you very much. Being a part of the NWO was so incredibly important to me. at the time of my life with you guys, this NWO thing is for life. NWO is still as hot today as it was back then. But now that we're in the WWE Hall of Fame, it's a reality, brothers. These guys are just too sweet.
It's the same day that looks like we're gonna witness what I have predicted. Both classes. Well, I say tonight only for tonight. Saturday, class of 2020 gets their ovation and recognition from the WWE Universe. Tomorrow night, respectively for 2021, that Hall of Fame class, they should get their just due by the fans and for them to give them the biggest ovation. Now they're receiving it tonight. JBL just received this. William Shatner, of course, is not present there tonight. All the twins looking stunning. Nikki and Nate, beautiful, gorgeous. Thunder Liger in Japan, of course, he couldn't make it out for the Hall of Fame tonight. I mean, for the WrestleMania event today.
Warrior Award recipient, Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil, recipient of the Warrior Award, truly deserved. Once again, very well deserved.
The British Bulldog.
The late great British Bulldog, truly deserved, overdue. David Boy Jr., his sister, their mom Dana present, and finally, going up, boys. And Hollywood. Oh yeah.
Scott Hall and the immortal Hulk Hogan, the NWO.
Been waiting for this forever, and they finally got inducted into the Hall of Fame with four members of the NWO. Sean Waltman technically has 6.
WWE Hall of Fame class of 2020.
This is awesome, man. This is really awesome. Finally, all these ladies and gentlemen truly deserve these honors. Congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to all. Truly well deserved. That's what I'm saying, man. And I hit it on point. Because it makes sense. It makes sense that way when the WWE Universe gives their just due and standing ovation to all of those Hall of Famers, especially for class of 2020. They got honored tonight. Tomorrow night, class of 2021 will get honored as well. That way they get their their standing ovation from the crowd, and it's really gonna definitely left an imprint as far as the Hall of Fame is concerned.
Say everything's bigger here, and not to mess with us, because this place runs deep in our hearts. Here's the bottom line.
Next year, WrestleMania
where the jaws will drop.
In Texas, Dallas, right?
The crowds will roar and the superstars will soar. Where the roofs are blown off.
I think it would make complete sense if Stone Cold Steve Austin would be the host of next year's WrestleMania.
What?
You heard me, Austin.
WrestleMania calls, and Dallas says, "Oh hell yeah!"
WrestleMania in Texas, April 2022, AT&T Stadium.
WrestleMania is coming back to Texas. And speaking of Texas,
Booker T's theme.
Two-time WWE Hall of Famer, Booker T.
Is he going to be calling the match that I think he's going to be calling? Tag team match between John Morrison and Miz against Damian Priest and international recording artist Bad Bunny. What do we got here? Ah! Are you for real?
I didn't even know who this is.
We got a bunch of Easter bunnies coming down. Actually, all of them should have been Bugs Bunny.
So sure, I know what this is. The show is what it is.
A bunch of bunnies, I think. This bunny is not Bad Bunny, didn't
It should have been a bunch of Bugs Bunnies, to be honest.
I don't even want to know.
Easter's already over with. Or unless if this is a skit to answer the question, will the real Bad Bunny please step up? Please stand up, Bad Bunny. Out of all of these bunny packs, I've seen one already with a missing ear. What's up with that? There's one with a missing ear. What are they supposed to disintegrate? Are they supposed to break down or what? There was one with a missing ear.
Here they come.
And they're coming up with the hey, hey, hop, hop theme. I gotta say one more time, that was very entertaining on the part of Miz and Morrison, doing a knockoff track of reggaeton type of beat to it from Miz and Morrison. Or unless this is their performance.
This is the performance before they take on.
Let's listen in.
Like the bombs, this guy's kind of cool, guys. It's terrible. No, got bars, boys. What can I say? India's got a good guy. They kind of like this. This is entertaining. This is feels. Come on, now I don't know about you guys, but this is how you make an entrance. Come on, Booker, raise the roof with me.
Yeah, there's an ear. There's 2 ears in the apron that have been chopped off.
Nonetheless, Miz and Morrison, who are apparently jealous, are about to take on the upstart Damian Priest and the multi-Grammy winning Bad Bunny.
Ear of the bunny, baby.
Quizá ustedes no saben quién yo soy, pero soy Bad Bunny.
International superstar and multi-platinum recording artist.
The Grammy for Best Latin Pop or
streams
Urban
on
Album.
Spotify.
Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, a lifelong WWE fan, able to bring the world together. Woo!
Yo, Bad Bunny.
Pagando pa' irse virales, yo pegando temas sin hacerle promo.
Bad Bunny, musical guest on Saturday Night Live. Bad Bunny continuing to spread his music throughout the WWE universe and beyond.
Bravo, my friend. We have an incredible offer for you. Just imagine, Bad Bunny merging brands with the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz. John Morrison.
No thanks, guys. I'm fine.
Who do you think you are? Let me remind you who I am.
That's the DJ set up for Bad Bunny and The Miz is destroying it.
He walks around here with your little bouncer friend, Damian Priest.
Miz and Morrison both got eliminated by Priest.
Are you kidding me? And show zero respect. You wanted my attention? Well, you got it and a whole lot more. Bad Bunny was out of line. But this is far from over. Tonight, the world premiere of our latest hit single, Hey Hey Hop Hop. You ain't know what you like, but you're a rocket rabbit. You should be kissing that balls for love, damn. At WrestleMania, what do you expect? We put 2 clowns to sleep. That is correct. Tu sabe? Like you didn't know.
I would love to know how Bad Bunny felt about the single.
Oh! Right hand by Bunny.
You won't be laughing when Bad Bunny handles you.
Look who it is! Bad Bunny with a smash hit on the Miz! This is Bad Bunny's $3.6 million Bugatti. John, there is a scratch, and this is matching paint.
Washable paint, dude.
You don't belong here.
It's easy to beat down a man 2-on-1. I say The Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
Cross the line, bro. At WrestleMania, I'm going to shut your mouth and whip your ass.
WWE is all world, and you have overstayed your welcome.
Nosotros te vamos a enseñar a respetar como lo hacemos en casa y te vamos a romper la carota en WrestleMania.
Showtime. Damian Priest and Spears WrestleMania tag team match.
Introducing first from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
Byron, the archer of infamy, Damian Priest is much more than just a bouncer for Bad Bunny. Damian Priest, ever since making his debut on Monday Night Raw, has been unstoppable. He's been undefeated, and he is the perfect tag team partner for the impending debut of what Bad Bunny should really do. Priest setting it all in at his very first WrestleMania.
That to me is one hell of a WrestleMania entrance for one Bad Bunny. Mira, look at that.
He pretty much rode the women didn't stay and talking like seven. But you just want to point out, this is not the Grammys, this is not the Broadway, this is not Women on Mexico, or really not. This is WrestleMania. Bad Bunny's up there to tell you the world. He's there to compete. Right.
You gotta say that.
From Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny.
You gotta say Bad Bunny's been on the roller coaster of his life. 2021 has been the year of the Bunny.
What can we expect out of Bad Bunny in his debut here tonight at WrestleMania?
Look at Bad Bunny. I mean, the intro is one thing, but he's a lifelong fan. He's a kid never in a million years thinking he would be inside the square circle with Miz and Morrison, but now it's time to take care of business.
Well, it's one thing to be a fan, Joe, but it's another to actually get in the
also,
ring.
besides like I mentioned about
Tonight. He's got
almost
some
having
backup.
to be seen as a performance center, training and prepared for his match with AJ Styles in that tag team match. Same could be said for Bad Bunny. He was also seen as a performance center, also getting ready for this tag team matchup. So we can't wait to see how Bad Bunny's going to get unleashed here on the Miz and John Morrison.
Exactly what it is. You go back to the Royal Rumble with the Miz,
For this
Bad Bunny
this promotional tag match. Not only it's promotional for WWE, but it's also promotional for music artists around the world.
WWE Champion Miz.
Very Damien Priest just lets to get this match together. Oh.
You scared? We're letting your boy protect you. Get over here.
Miz should wait for Bad Bunny. Oh, really? He wants to start the match?
So Miz baiting
Miz.
tag made. Bad Bunny's going to start the match.
Miz
with a smile on his face.
Startup.
I don't like this.
Miz,
I don't like this.
Bad Bunny.
Credit to Bad Bunny for stepping up to the plate here and starting this match off.
Well, Booker, you know what WrestleMania is all about. The nerves get pumping, the adrenaline gets rolling.
And the thing is, Buddy, he's been trained. He's been training his ass off. I know that for sure. But in here with the Miz, a seasoned professional. It could be a mistake. We're going to find out.
Yeah, former two-time WWE champion. Bad Bunny trying to feed off the WWE fans here tonight in Tampa Bay.
Now he's just taunting Bad Bunny here. Look at that. With both of his hands behind his back. Oh! He just jacked him right hand.
Jab by Bunny and Miz goes down.
I'll tell you something, being a street kid from Puerto Rico, you've been in a couple of fights.
He may not be a wrestler, but he's showing he can fight.
Hey, he's down from the barrio, man. The barrio of Puerto Rico, man. Where he's from? Pretty sure he's got it. Just, look at that right hand, man. Decking the Miz, bringing him down.
Now a waist block on the Miz. Bunny on Miz. Miz.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Wow, look at that. Bunny is on a roll, man. Look at him. He's on his juice, man. He's on his juice.
Bunny's just working that jab on the Miz right now. We've seen superstars.
Oh, he ducks. Look at the left to right. Look at the left to right. Miz is already getting aggravated. He's already showing some emotion out of this. That's not. Oh, and he takes him down. Look at that. Oh, Bad Bunny is on Elevation Street, man. Look at that. But Miz got him down. Finally.
Bunny able to shock the Miz early on, but we go back to the experience of 15 years of experience here in WWE that the Miz has.
So you said the right thing, Byron. Shocked and Bunny caught Miz by surprise, and now Miz realizing he's in a fight.
He's not covering up tables. That's the wrestling people want to see.
Now it could be punishment.
So he's wearing a black outfit. We're not going to see much of Miz's on, maybe on his face. Yeah, I think he can take it with the best of
the worst way possible. We got to give
Bad Bunny, big props, guys, for just starting this match out. Come on.
I agree with you, partner, but you said it earlier. Probably wasn't in the right mood.
Whoa, and an arm drag. How about that? He is showing up the Miz. Look at the Miz. He can't believe it. He can't believe what Bad Bunny just did to him. An arm drag.
I think the Miz is getting embarrassed right now by Bad Bunny.
Well, he should be embarrassed.
Wait a minute.
Bad Bunny walked
Wait a
into
minute.
his ring and is taking over. Now hold by Bad Bunny.
Oh, sometimes.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
That's a lot of instinct right there for Bad Bunny, guys.
We are the greatest stage in the 21st century. Start acting like it. Think, right? Don't get mad, get smart. Don't get mad, get smart.
At least Morrison is coaching him. And Bad Bunny is feeling into the match. He is enjoying himself. He's having the time of his life.
Well, there's a Bloody Bunny and now trying to bait him in once again for a test of strength. Would expected that out of the Miz.
Inexperience, obviously, Bad Bunny coming into play.
Oh, wow, that hurt. Bunny went right into the second rope. Watch this. This is not pretty.
Oh. I missed.
Welcome to WrestleMania, Bad Bunny. Still fighting back though.
No quit in the Bunny.
No, not
Look
at
at
all.
that. My God.
Let Bad Bunny go.
Whoa. Bad Bunny, man. I swear, man.
Bad Bunny continues to hold his own in this match. This is amazing.
It's the equal. It's the body, man.
Having a lot of fun on the outside.
He is on a
Bad
roll,
Bunny out
bro.
developing some strategy here.
He's won the crowd. He's won the WWE Universe. Look at that. An elbow splash. Feels like he's going for another one. Oh, but Morrison delivered back. And Miz gets a cheap shot in.
This is where the experience comes into play, Cole. You know, and I hate to say it, but Damian Priest is doing a little too much cheerleading. I think he needs to get a tag and get in the ring quick.
He's got to get Bunny over in his corner.
So Priest will have nothing more to get into this match, but unfortunately,
both of these guys are going to work.
Bunny can't make it over there.
Oh!
And now Miz and Morrison have a Bad Bunny right where they want him in complete control now of this matchup. The official checking on Bad Bunny. The priest has said, let me get into this match, Miz. And Miz with his own bunny hop.
Come on, Bunny. Suck it up, kid. You can do it.
Come on, Bunny.
Miz just, now he's playing games.
This is what this
Now they're toying with Bad Bunny. Miz is toying with Bad Bunny. Oh, no.
Just doing it as Damian Priest looks on. Damian can do nothing about it.
What I was talking about from the beginning right here.
Bad Bunny just desperately trying to reach, but a long ways away from Damian Priest. Bunny trying to fight back, make it back to his feet. The Miz into the corner. Goes Bad Bunny.
And he blocks a punch. There was one of Morrison.
He's a fighter.
Look at that.
Going up with that street life
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Look at that.
Picked out of the air by Miz. Almost there.
Oh, Smith away, but and roll up. Look at that. Wow.
I was about to say, so far it's been Miz and Morrison dominating.
Oh, I came to the face. Bunny goes down.
Right after that. Good days to confuse for sure.
Watch this. Boom! But the Bad Bunny has to make it. He's got to get to his partner.
He needs a guy straight up. And the thing is, I don't think he's going to be able to do it, Cole, to be honest. Damian Priest is going to have to make a move. You have to read the book right. He's took so much.
Can you imagine in the
Buddy's nowhere near
known world who'll be watching this match right now. Could be anybody from
continuing to punish
Daddy Yankee,
that Bunny till he just collapses to the floor.
The wrong side of town, I tell you that.
Morrison that Bunny right off the announce table.
Come on, buddy. Suck it up, kid.
Such
a few words for you, Booker.
Becky G, Carol G,
yeah, guys.
One of them artists. They gotta be like, wow, this kid this artist is really inside of the mat, inside wrestling with these athletes, with these superstars. I'm pretty sure he never thought in his wildest dreams that Bad Bunny would be inside of a WWE ring wrestling against
the spinner Rooney in front of the Hall of Famer Booker T.
Like Miz and Morrison. Guys that he knows that are going to take care of him. And Damien Priest as well.
Here's Miz.
Miz and Morrison just having fun, beating up on Bad Bunny.
This is really a showcase of superstars. And all guys are delivering. We haven't seen Damien Priest yet, but I know we will.
And give Bad Bunny credit. He continues to hang in there, but the question comes now, how long can Bad Bunny hold on? The ref just may have to do it.
Oh, and
that's a call.
Yeah, but now that's going to give Miz and Morrison easy pickings here on the Bunny. On the Bad Bunny.
Realizes his partner's in deep trouble trying to do what he can.
And for the record, Bad Bunny, you don't need no ring.
Oh, but they said it is Bad Bunny. He's in a bad situation right now.
Bad Bunny disrespectful. Said he's
He's got to go over there and tag Damien Priest. He hasn't been in this match yet.
Not only about inflicting pain on Bad Bunny, it's about embarrassing Bad Bunny. Not just a matter of time before Miz and Morrison end this. Bunny was struggling to get his hands up to try to block the Miz's attack, but to no avail. Miz is just toying with Bad Bunny at this point. Could be a mistake.
Miz into the corner.
Here he goes again.
Bad Bunny's got an opening, perhaps.
What are you going to do?
On the middle row. Look at this.
Tornado DDT.
You can call him the Energizer Bunny right now.
How in the world did Bad Bunny?
Well, that's why he stole this match, because if he's Bad Bunny, he has to take his medicine.
Can he make it to Damien Priest?
It is cool how he's got the WWE Universe behind him. Knowing that Bad Bunny is legit as an artist. And now doing this match with Damien Priest.
Can he make it to Damien Priest to turn this match around?
There you go. Damien Priest is in.
Priest has been dying to get into this match. 6'5", 249.
Morrison
as well by Priest. Misses wildly with a kick.
Oh, what a kick. And a roundhouse kick.
Right there for Priest.
Indeed, on display. And Priest taking a fight to
go.
Miz and Morrison.
Oh.
Like the quick
Clothesline
for Damien Priest,
by the Archer of Infamy.
who has changed the landscape of this match.
And he's breathing where he knows dust.
Priest is fired up.
Here we go.
Into the corner to take out Morrison, and now going after Miz.
A minute and
now Morrison.
Oh.
Down. A 2-for-1 special there for Damien Priest. And look out.
We're going to see
Priest with a South of Heaven choke slam.
South of Heaven choke slam.
Morrison
breaks it up.
Thinks up is Morrison.
That Bunny's back in.
That was Bad Bunny's.
He turned his back on Morrison for a second. That shouldn't have happened.
I kicked to his guts.
Oh, they both missed. Look at that. Double vertical.
Here we go.
Wow. Double fucking arrows. Both only a 2 count. That was an awesome sequence.
I thought that was it.
Beautiful precision there for Bad Bunny.
Yeah, man. That was awesome.
Got to give Miz and Morrison credit.
Yeah. All four of these, I'm telling you, all four of these guys are putting in one hell of a show for this.
The party's not over. The wheels are turning.
For this block here.
Priest and Bunny are playing.
Priest over the
Whoa! Cannonball.
Miz and Morrison.
Let's see what Bad Bunny can do here. It's his turn.
Oh,
he's gonna do his infamous splash from the Royal Rumble.
Bunny is about to get some, Booker.
And they want to see it.
This is your WrestleMania moment, Bad Bunny. Bunny's gonna go up to the top rope. I said it before.
Oh, there he goes. Oh man. And two legal men here. Damian Priest and The Miz.
And now Damian Priest.
No.
Skull crushing.
Skull crushing finale.
Just like that.
1, 2. Bad Bunny just in time.
Bunny to the rescue. Bunny saved the day. This match continues on.
How much you want to bet a good portion of the Latino flavor in the house?
This is
cheering for Bad Bunny
WrestleMania
for him to
Saturday,
win along
Raymond
with Damian
James
Priest.
Stadium.
Without a doubt.
Two Boricua
I gotta
guys
say, I
trying
had
to
no idea this match was
show
going
off
to be
what they
this
can do.
extraordinary. I don't think any of us did.
Americanos of Miz and Morrison.
Anyone's game right now.
And the Bunny chance.
He's trying to put the brakes on Damian Priest.
I know it.
Wait a minute, Morrison pulls down Bad Bunny.
Morrison.
Oh, he gets kicked in the gut.
He's a fighter.
Does Bad Bunny get it? Oh, a kick. Destroyer. My goodness.
This can't even believe it.
Wow.
I don't think anybody can believe it.
Bad Bunny is pulling all the stops. Damian Priest can't even believe it.
We've seen personalities.
Man. Bad Bunny is on fire.
There's no way anybody expected this.
No, not at all.
And don't tell me you did, Booker.
Lifelong fan, man. Lifelong fan. He just turns out like that.
Yeah, he's got it in him.
What we got here?
Cross body. Is this it? 1, 2. That it is.
Here are your winners, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny.
That is one hell of a show from all four guys. This is exactly what I expected out of this angle, and it could have went better. And if anybody after tonight says anything negative or different about this match, they're going straight to hell. Because Bad Bunny, an incredible performance. Same thing with Damian Priest. Miz and Morrison, obviously, they made these guys look good, but they look good as well, putting them over. It was one hell of a dance from all these four guys. This was one heck of an entertaining match. One heck of an entertaining match.
And Bad Bunny's, forget his in-ring naked, his WrestleMania debut.
It was a moment.
Oh, Bad Bunny lived it up. He blew the roof off of that sucker in that match. Him, Damian Priest, Miz Morrison. My God, that was one heck of a showcase in that tag team match. One heck of a showcase. And I'm glad it turned back to what was the original plan, a tag team match. I don't think it would have had the same success if it was just simply a singles match. So, incredible effort from all four guys. Congratulations to all four. It was one heck of a match.
For the first match in front of the WWE fans in over a year. It was the almighty WWE champion defending his title against the Scottish Warrior.
This one I'm still kind of shocked here. I thought Drew McIntyre was going to take this one. But if it wasn't for MVP's distraction, maybe we would have seen Drew McIntyre get back the WWE champion.
Nevertheless, there was a great championship match. I mean, the Scottish Warrior did everything because he was so bent on getting back the WWE championship, especially here at WrestleMania.
Would force the break, and now the turning point, the distraction by MVP.
Took his eyes off of
Bobby
Bobby Lashley.
wasn't too much to bear.
Drew
See, that distraction costed Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre
He was going to go for that the finisher is.
Now he's in the
And then with the hurt lock in, McIntyre would pass out. The reign of the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley continues on Monday Night Raw. The celebration by the dominant champion. And Joe, I'll tell you, it's going to take Lashley's going to hold that championship for a while.
I mean, I can't say who a foreseeable champion will be, but I know this much. Anybody who stepped in front of Bobby Lashley, they suffered very much the same way.
Well, still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away from our historic main event, Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. But WrestleMania Sunday is tomorrow night. That's the 24 hours
All
away.
right, so tomorrow night, we're going to see, of course, still hosting the show, none other than Titus O'Neil and the Immortal Hulk Hogan. The Fiend and Randy Orton tomorrow night. I'm hearing that this may not be a cinematic match, but it's going to be a live match because supposedly there's something in the works as far as a live entrance for the Fiend is concerned, and that might be unveiled tomorrow night. Raw Women's title, Asuka against Rhea Ripley. That one I'm looking forward to. Kevin Owens against Sami Zayn, and the special guest invite none other than
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, famous YouTube personality. We still don't know what the hell a Nigerian drum fight consists of as far as Apollo Crews and Big E is concerned. The Intercontinental title will be on the line. The United States Championship will be on the line. Riddle going up against the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. The women's tag team titles are on the line. They finally got the number one contenders. Natalya and Tamina will face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. What I'm looking forward is what the world is looking forward to, the triple threat for the Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan, Edge, the winner of the 2021 Royal Rumble winner, and the current and present head of the table and Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. But now it's historic main event time as we will see the winner of the Women's 2021 Royal Rumble winner, Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, going up against the Boss and SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
As I stand on the front lines, I've been ready for this battle, been preparing for a long time. Never questioned why I had to try, but I just knew that something bigger had to happen in my life. All of these moments were preparing me for this fight. Now I've got it right. I know that I'm ready because I've given all I have.
Bianca Belair is going to WrestleMania.
Love you, Daddy. You did it.
Waiting to achieve my dreams. Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm supposed to be here. I have a career. It's a forward, never looking back. I'll never fall off track. Stay ready to fight that.
Everybody is talking about Bianca Belair and her decision. You see, you call yourself the EST, but the best? I don't think so. You see, I've won many championships. I've been running this women's division since day one. You know, you standing here, you got a whole lot to say, so I'm gonna make you eat your words. Because I'm gonna take your title. And then I'm gonna show the whole entire world that I'm the strongest, I'm the fastest, I'm the roughest, I'm the toughest, I'm the quickest, I'm the greatest, I'm the BEST of WWE. So Sasha, it's on. Rookie, do you really think the EST would have accomplished so much if it wasn't for the road the EST has been? I don't think so. I'm here to remind you who you're dealing with.
Look, ain't nowhere to run when I rain down. I was born legend when I came out. Yeah, never switch sides on the same round. I survived with it, great skies and the pain drowns. I'ma stand tall when the dust falls. Brush the dust off, never touch loss. I can start fires where it's no spark. When it goes dark, I'ma rise, I'ma go hard.
I am more am the champion.
I am the standard.
The blueprint.
The conversation.
And I am the boss of this women's division.
Everybody run.
Girl. You're not the boss of me. I might be walking on the road that you paved.
Boss me now.
My own name.
Blood, sweat, and tears in my energy. Bleed on the page so they feeling me. Fight to the death, to the end of me. Give all I got, no facade, this is really me. I can feel the doubt, it's pulling down. And I always let them pull me out. And my vision clouded. With no surrender to these cowards, they get devoured. I lost my way and then I found it. I feel the power.
There is no doubt that I am the best of the best. That's the Sasha Banks that I want to face. Because then there's no excuse after I whoop her for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I'll be the only survivor.
An historic matchup. Banks, Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Earlier this week, Bianca Belair said, I want my reputation to be I deliver in big moments. I may be the new kid on the block, but I'm tired of proving myself. I'll tell you, Corey, a win at WrestleMania, and you do just that. It's not quite as simple as wishing it into existence. Tonight, Bianca Belair must surpass the standard. She must solve the boss, and she wants to dethrone the blueprint, Sasha Banks. It has been an incredible start to the year 2021 for Bianca Belair. And tonight's main event at WrestleMania is brought to you by Snickers. Snickers satisfies. Bianca Belair won the Royal Rumble back in January. She started number 3, and she won the Royal Rumble match, which means she got to pick the champion of her choosing at WrestleMania. The EST's not without her doubters. She's got swagger, she's got confidence. But Bianca can silence all her doubters tonight. And at WrestleMania, it's boss time. You know, Corey, an argument can be made that when all is said and done, Sasha Banks may go down as the best ever in WWE history. She's a 6-time champion, and she's accomplished a lot of firsts in her career. She had the first ever Iron Woman match. She's the first ever Hell in a Cell match between 2 women. She was the first ever women's tag team champion. The boss has accomplished it all. When the stage is the biggest, the boss shines the brightest. Sasha Banks, no stranger. In fact, she thrives in high-pressure, high-stakes situations. And Sasha Banks, most importantly of all, is familiar with this feeling. Sasha Banks knows what it means to compete on the grandest stage of them all. And for Bianca Belair, walking into this moment for the very first time, the nerves have got to be unbelievable inside. Trying to keep that adrenaline for the matchup. With the confidence on the face of the SmackDown Women's Champion. And make no mistake about it, when her back is against the wall, Sasha Banks can be downright vicious.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the SmackDown Women's Championship! Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee. She is the winner of the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match, Bianca Belair!
Belair! 'Cause 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 'cause
Boston, Massachusetts, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
This is an historic moment. For the first time ever, two black women have a title match in the main event at WrestleMania. Banks versus Belair for the title.
Never happened before.
And tonight's main event is
WWE,
brought
in
to
the
you by
history of
Snickers.
WrestleMania.
Snickers satisfies.
One thing is for sure, if they're going to make it historic, these two will definitely pull all the stops and steal the show.
Corey, for Bianca Belair, the superstar that Sasha Banks calls a rookie. What does she need to do tonight to knock off the boss?
Above all else, Bianca Belair needs to compartmentalize her nerves and her emotions. This is the biggest stage she has ever stepped foot on. You can see the emotion in both women's faces. You have to put it in the past and forget about it. Bianca's on the verge of tears right now. You can't let the magnitude of the situation crumble you.
That's a mistake. Bianca should save her tears for the end of the match, not in the beginning. I know that this is historic and everything. They both got to hold it in together. It's ghetto top.
Sasha Banks has earned every accolade she's had.
They got to bring the show.
Tonight could be no different.
Leave the emotions for later. They can't do that.
Back Bianca Belair into the corner. The one thing Sasha Banks does not want to do is try to outpower Bianca Belair. But Banks can play mind games. She can trash talk and pull Belair out of her game.
Banks has experience. That is invaluable. That is the X factor in this matchup.
And again, power and elbow tie up, a feeling out process between these two women.
To see
by Banks.
how all this is going to go down.
So I think
who's going to have the advantage?
The long ponytail of Belair, but
back on her feet.
BST is back up.
Bianca is back on her feet.
And Bianca Belair not going to be intimidated by Sasha.
I'm showing that.
And Banks, Belair now.
Wow.
Across the ring.
Whoa.
Leapfrog, and Belair caught Banks.
Banks reverses, looking for a...
Yeah, but Belair said not now. And Bianca Belair standing moonsault lands on as Banks rolls out of harm's way.
Bianca saw it coming.
Bianca's feeling herself, no doubt about that.
That's that attitude of Bianca Belair that's brought so far in her career. And meanwhile, take down a Banks.
Bianca is
has to keep her eyes on Sasha. One mistake from Bianca will change the complexion of the matchup.
No doubt about that. Bianca telling Sasha, I was that close.
You know when almost counts.
Oh.
And now Banks. Caught again by Belair. In the early going to this matchup, Bianca Belair has been outpowering the boss. And Sasha, though, sets Bianca out of the ring and buys herself a little bit of time. Banks with a baseball slide. Wise strategy by the champion. Belair back up to the apron. Will block the right by Banks. And Banks swings wildly a couple of times.
Trying to get over.
Bianca's got other plans.
Some are the top ropes.
Sasha hanging.
Sasha took advantage of. Throw first.
Driving Belair. And Banks tells the ref counter. And
Banks' decision by Sasha Banks possesses champion's advantage. Bianca can only become SmackDown Women's Champion by pinfall or submission.
And Sasha Banks gonna fly with a suicide dive.
Suicide. And look at Bianca. Just grab hold.
And Belair now.
Oh my lord.
She didn't throw. Oh my God. She's gonna
walking up the stairs.
Bring her in. Look at the raw power. My God, it dumps her right back in.
Bianca promised to show up and show out. And Sasha's got to be intimidated.
Bianca couldn't even believe.
Can't believe it. Banks now
that she just did all that.
Drops Bianca. Covered out by Sasha. To retain. Hooks the leg.
Did not face the boss.
Let's look at this once again. Banks throwing caution to the wind, sacrificing her own well-being with the power of Bianca Belair, putting the EST in strongest for all of WrestleMania to witness.
And the fact that she pressed back over her head and then walked back up.
It's like Bianca treating Sasha like
I don't have the words for that.
Shoulder tackle.
That's what we see in this match. Bianca Belair calls herself TXT from what we saw.
Excuse me.
She calls herself the strongest, the toughest,
Swats for good measure.
quickest, and whatever adjective the most important adjective you want to say.
Oh, she caught her by the hair. She caught her by her long ponytail. Oh, no. I knew one day it was going to be a negative for Bianca. And Sasha took advantage of it only for a 2 count.
We mentioned all Sasha needed was the slightest of openings. Bianca provided that, and the boss turned this thing around in a hurry.
Now, Sasha Banks, is this frustration, Corey, or is this by design?
This is malice. This is why Sasha... Oh, cover! This is why Sasha has been able to have the career that she has in WWE. Banks cares only about one person, herself.
And Banks has reverted back to her old form, the blueprint, the standard, the boss, that attitude that's made her the best, the champion.
And right now, Belair just looks overwhelmed.
Oh, it's an overwhelming moment, Corey. It's the main event of WrestleMania.
Bianca certainly earned this opportunity. We're going to find out. Will she crack under pressure? Or does the EST have what it takes to knock off the boss?
There's no bigger pressure than a championship match in the main event at WrestleMania. And a reminder that tonight's main event is presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfies.
You mentioned at the outset, Cole, that Sasha does not want to try to match power with Belair. But when it comes to technique, experience, using your momentum and your opponent's advantageously, Sasha is light years ahead of it.
And what Sasha's done, Corey, she weathered that early storm by Bianca Belair. All that adrenaline that was pumping out of Bianca to her advantage, but now Banks is taking over. And Bianca into the corner. Sasha, Bianca now going to send her out to the apron. Banks with a knee right to the jaw.
Once again, the EST is down in the corner.
And now Banks went for the double knees, and this time Belair intercepted.
Oh, nice. Wow. Nice block.
Banks right on the back of her neck.
Some serious whiplash. We're talking car crash, impact. But now
Banks her again as a disadvantage. Long ponytail
plot. This is the boss we know. This is the Sasha Banks.
Oh, yes. She used it to her advantage.
Into the steel ring post. And the strategy backfired by Sasha.
The double knees was a meteor, I think.
She took the barricade instead.
Belair cannot win the championship.
That means Bianca needs to get herself and Banks back in the ring.
And both women break the
same
count.
time, but look at that! Right into a roll up and into a vertical.
Sasha up into a vertical suplex.
Vertical.
Using the ropes to her advantage.
Vertical.
Still has Sasha up
vertical
there.
Top rope.
The blood rushing to the skull of Banks.
Touch the other two.
No doubt.
She should have had the other two touch.
And look at the
wait a minute.
Of the EST.
And, Sasha was taking the shots. Come on, one more time. Look at that. And raw power by Bianca. Raw power indeed.
But that took a lot out of Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Continuously powering Banks up.
It might have been a case of a little too confident in the moment. Yes, Bianca was showing off, but when we look back at the tremendous impact of the steel ring post, Bianca narrowly avoiding disaster there. And then we saw over and over again the power of Bianca Belair. But did she spend too much power, too much energy?
But still, Bianca delivered.
And now Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks face to face with the SmackDown Women's Champion hanging in the balance. Banks with the right
shot
hand.
to the chest only landed out to one knee.
Sasha once again trying to utilize the braid of Bianca Belair.
To hit all sides of that ring.
Banks now going to head up to the top rope to try for the arm.
Trying to do an Eddie Guerrero move. Got a forearm instead.
Oh!
Clothesline by Bianca.
Belair with a couple
a shoulder block. Couple shoulder blocks. Drop kick.
Bianca building momentum.
Back on her feet.
And
wow, look at that shooting star.
Shooting star.
She's backing it up. Oh, look at that. That gut shot all the way through.
Bianca's got to be careful not to get herself disqualified. She has squandered the biggest opportunity of her career.
Oh, and a kick by Banks. Sasha trying to fight back into this. Bianca Belair
and raising it up.
Sasha Banks. Now Sasha face first.
That's the prelude to the kiss of death, baby.
Bianca Belair has been punishing Banks. This is incredible, Corey.
We know about the athleticism possessed by Belair. This just a beautiful example, but Bianca now all the way up top.
Belair from the top rope. Banks is in trouble.
Bianca
Belair her knees up.
I think for the 450,
Full
maybe.
impact of Belair's own body weight across both knees of Banks. Belair might have suffered a cracked rib.
This is a critical moment in this matchup. Will this be the turning point? Right here. Belair went high risk. She went for it all. And the veteran Sasha Banks, the boss, able to counter.
A 450 splash, allowing the person delivering the
I don't think I've ever seen
extra momentum with each rotation.
Block like that.
It backfired in a big, big way.
Both women down center of the ring. Banks trying to make it back to her feet first. Belair up to her feet as well. Bianca Belair, look at this now. Shoulders down for Banks. Kick out at 2. Now Sasha Banks with a backslide. Belair away. Another near fall.
Oh, a knee shot.
And Banks
caught.
Too strong. Oh my goodness.
Powerbomb. She's going to pick her up again.
And again the power of Bianca Belair.
Another drop. Now pins her.
Stacks up Sasha.
No.
Sasha just barely able to kick out and beat the
Look at
official
Sasha.
count.
I think she's trying to win her. Oh, what a face drop.
Been a recurring theme in this matchup. Every time Bianca gets a little too big for her britches, the boss makes her pay. But we look back once again at this game-changing power.
Well, you can also say the same thing, Corey, about Bianca Belair. Every time Sasha Banks starts to build a little bit of momentum, Bianca Belair stops her in her tracks.
No doubt about that. Bianca came into this matchup prepared, but there is still fighting to be done.
You never know if you'll ever get an opportunity, Corey, to main event WrestleMania, let alone have another championship match ever. And now Banks up to the second rope.
Let's see a tornado.
And Sasha.
There it is.
DDT. Banks for the win to retain the championship. Kick out by Belair at 2.
By a split second, Bianca kicks out.
Let's take another look at this. The boot.
Ooh, right.
Caught everything from the cheekbone to the collarbone being stomped by Sasha Banks, and beautiful double springboard tornado DDT.
Sasha getting a bit frustrated, perhaps. She had that look in her eye moments ago. Banks now up to the top rope. What's Sasha going to do here? Banks with the
Frog splash. A la Eddie Guerrero. Only a 2 count.
It looked like Sasha was going to deliver the Meteora, and she changed it into a splash in midair.
You asked a minute ago if Sasha was frustrated. I was going to say no, but the look on the boss's face right now tells the tale. Sasha is having trouble solving her challenger tonight.
Bianca Belair dragging herself out to the apron. Banks goes out after her. Bianca Belair now trying to fight away, trying to get away from Banks.
Oh, now she's going to get desperate. Now she's going to tear up Bianca Belair here.
And this is what Sasha needed to bring out. That next gear, that other level.
Yeah, she's going to bring that aggression out.
The malice from Banks.
Which is what Bianca was expecting.
Time. Sasha Banks back into the ring. Now looking for the bank statement, perhaps.
She's utilizing Bianca's blade once again.
Trying to go for the big statement and trying to set her up and using her hair, her ponytail. It's not even looking like a big statement. It's more like a.
Sasha Banks using everything that she can.
Panic in the eyes of Bianca Belair.
Yeah, look at the face. Bianca's face is saying it all, but the determination as well. She's got to reach for the rope.
And now Sasha
centering it in, but look at, wow, look at that big leap. That saved Bianca here. The agility of this woman. Oh, and now look at Sasha getting desperate again.
But again, you got to
Let's
ask the
supposed to
question.
show that
Is
hunger
frustration
that Bianca
building for the
is
champion.
demonstrating.
Sasha Banks right now knows exactly what she is doing. Banks is no stranger to this scenario. Sasha has found the gear that she needs, the gear where she operates at the highest level. Sasha now becoming a little more methodical. That just angered Bianca.
Got her on the
Banks into the corner. And Belair
Bianca's going to show her stuff.
The champion.
How aggressive she can be.
Banks up on the top rope. Bianca going to go up after her. And look at Sasha fighting back.
Striking her.
Critical moment here. Belair
Bianca's not going to be denied here. What is she going to go?
She's supposed to go for
ahead.
Yeah, but
like a head scissors
on the knee.
yeah, but Sasha's already getting at her with the kicks.
Bianca's caught
Kick
up.
to the gut right
Sasha
here.
Banks has
That can climb the
Belair.
tree of roll.
Bianca's trying to reach.
Banks
Let's see what
from the
is
top
it.
rope.
No, avoided the meteor, I think.
Like Sasha might have
She's
taken
going to go for the
knee
meteor.
when she landed.
Oh, and she was going to go for it again.
Don't do her knees any favors.
She hit the turbo.
Banks hit hard. Belair now.
Now Bianca's got to turn it in her favor right here.
The champion is down. And Bianca gonna go for it all.
Here it comes.
Top rope.
450 splash. 1, 2. No! Bianca is flipping. Bianca's flipping. Yeah, she can't. She's got to detain him. She's got to concentrate here. She's got to put her emotions back into that capsule. She can't release it. That would be her biggest minus. That would be her detriment.
But if you're Bianca
Both
Belair,
women
you
are
gotta
giving
get
it all on
back
each other.
on the horse. You got to go right
She's
after
got
Banks. You got to go
to
back on the attack.
I don't know if that's
kiss
possible.
I think Bianca
That
may
is
have just
the
been
only
emotionally
finisher that
destroyed.
will
You saw the expression
Sit
change
this
to the
in.
challenger. Does she realize she's got the champion on the run?
Here it comes.
If Bianca's frustrated, she's much more likely to make a mistake. And Belair now
And-
Banks up. Banks lands on her
Oh,
feet.
she got
Bianca
her by the
now again grabs
ponytail.
her hair.
But could it go in Bianca's favor? Oh, swung it back. Oh! What a pop!
Yeah. Oh, Bianca almost whipped Sasha with that ponytail like a government mule.
Bianca wanted the KOD. And now
Sasha's
Banks-
avoiding it.
Sasha
Trying
wanted
to
the
set her
backstabber,
up for the bank
Bianca
stim, I
too
believe.
strong. And Bianca
Look at this
round and
dance.
round they go. Now
Oh.
Belair
This could be it. This could be it.
The KOD gets the death. That is a
We have
1,
a
2, champion.
Yes.
Wow.
SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
You see how the Universal's already flipping out of their lids right now?
Yes.
Some of them are already about to go over the barricade.
Wow. What a match. And that just goes to show to never underestimate the power of hunger.
When you eat a Snickers.
The grandest stage of them all, and fulfill her promise to her fans, to her family, and most importantly, to herself. Congratulations, Bianca Belair.
I want my reputation. Just listen to this.
All I gotta say, Sasha did everything she could, but she clearly made the biggest mistake in underestimating Bianca. She had everything. She had the ponytail, she had the dreams, and she brought it on, and that is why she now is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
She was about to lose it for a bit with her emotions. If she didn't channel them right, it could have been her downfall. Big time. See, look at the fans right here. They were almost at the point of, oh, okay, so that was Bianca's relatives that wanted to jump out of the barricade. They're present to see their baby girl be a champion. Oh my God! That big welt on Sasha Banks from that from the ponytail of Bianca Belair.
A Friday Night SmackDown. Bianca Belair's time is now. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for WrestleMania Sunday.
Wow, my goodness. It is it was an awesome WrestleMania night one, because we still got more tomorrow to go for the matches that we already talked about. Despite the rain delay, I'm surprised they went through with the entire event. And yeah, night one, there was no show of disappointment. It actually was entertaining. You know, very entertaining, and I'm just already waiting already for tomorrow. Can't wait to see how the second night of WrestleMania will conclude for this weekend.
Well, all I gotta say is that we saw great matches. We got new Raw Tag Team champions. We got new SmackDown women's champion, and so far, what else can happen? I mean, we saw great matches throughout the whole night. But yes, we're only halfway done, because tomorrow there's gonna be a lot more. We're gonna see more great matches. We're gonna see more great title matches, and that just goes to show that we start out with an explosion, and hopefully we get to knock it right out of the park tomorrow night with a second half of WrestleMania.
Yes, most definitely. Tonight was definitely an all-time high. At least, having to witness these matches take place. It was definitely entertaining. I was definitely conformed with Cesaro and Seth Rollins. That match was stupendous. I was still disappointed with the match with Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, on how MVP had to stick his fork and tongue for that match. Nonetheless, Bobby Lashley's still the champion. Incredible effort with the tag team match of the New Day, AJ Styles, and Omos. Omos showing how much of a powerhouse he is for the first time ever with the SmackDown of his own. But his WrestleMania debut definitely has a lot to show, more than words can say. An entertaining tag team match between Miz and Morrison, Bad Bunny, and Damian Priest. That is one match that I'm always going to be talking about. It was very entertaining. I'm impressed with Bad Bunny from the beginning of that match all the way to the end of it. It was just incredible. I'm impressed with all four guys. Best entertaining show. And of course, we got to see the women's tag team turmoil match, just like how I predicted. Natalia and Tamina went at it strong. They've been making a lot of noise. They're about to conclude that noise tomorrow night as they get their shot at the women's tag team titles against the champions Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So that I can't wait to see for sure. And of course, at the very end of tonight, we got to see one heck of a main event, and they couldn't have done it, any better. The WWE Universe, through social media, they voiced it, they wanted it, and they got it. They got their main event. We got to see the boss Sasha Banks against the number one contender, the winner of the 2021 Royal Rumble match, women's Royal Rumble match, Bianca Belair, and they did incredible. It was an incredible match. They truly deserve for making one historic match on a WrestleMania platform. These two women stole the show. They definitely gave it everything they got, and my God, we finally got to see Bianca Belair win the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. The matches are so how and that cage match, was practically brutal, but I somehow knew that Braun Strowman couldn't wait to give Shane McMahon his receipt for all the torment and all the anguish he got, because truly the highlight of that match was when Shane thought that he could go down, and just right there by that split second, Braun pulled Shane's arm through that mesh, rips it, and just practically demolishes him. And I mean, that along with the rest of the other matches, I mean, like I mentioned, we just kick it off with an explosion. What else can happen tomorrow? Hopefully we set the bar here. Hopefully we can raise it up a little more tomorrow night.
Yes, and also just like how I predicted, with the Hall of Fame already took place this past Tuesday. Class of 2020 got the recognition and a standing ovation from the Tampa Bay crowd. Tonight with JBL coming out, the Bella Twins, the family of the British Bulldog, and of course, William Shatner couldn't make it there. Jushin Thunder Liger couldn't make it there, and the NWO, having Hall, Nash, Hogan, and Sean Waltman there present, and they did a backstage segment with Titus O'Neil and Bailey. For those NWO members being there, it was incredible for them to actually take their bow and receiving that ovation that they deserve for such a long time already. After 25 years, it's still for life, and pretty much just getting the recognition they deserve, because they definitely changed the game of sports entertainment for sure. So it was an incredible night one of WrestleMania. Incredible night of WrestleMania night one. We still got tomorrow. Can't wait for tomorrow. For those of you that have joined us and watching this event, thank you very much for joining us. Now, we did mention in the beginning of this filming of this live event that we were going to do a Wrestling Weekend recap episode at the end of this. Unfortunately, we're not going to actually make it tonight, but we are going to do it tomorrow before WrestleMania Night 2. We are still going to review what happened this week with Impact Wrestling and AEW Dynamite, and what our opinion and view is going to be for this new week coming up, as far as a full lineup of wrestling shows. And I'm talking about this Monday, the Raw after WrestleMania. This Tuesday, the unveiling night of a brand new night for NXT, now that they are a part of Tuesday nights. Wednesday night will only be AEW Dynamite. Thursday will be the second night for Impact Wrestling. Friday, we will have Friday Night SmackDown. And of course, Saturdays will belong to us as we review everything that takes place within the week for Wrestling Weekend Recap. And we talk about the nitty-gritty, the good, the bad, and the latest inside news of everything that happens with professional wrestling / sports entertainment. That is it for us tonight. We definitely got to take a break. I mean, we still got to get off this high of night one of WrestleMania, but we want to reduce ourselves for night two of WrestleMania for tomorrow night. Until then, this is Jade. I am Aceman X, and it is a Saturday night. And like I said, thank God that we went through, that we got through making this event, that WWE got through making this event for WrestleMania, and there hasn't been any other, situations for them to pretty much, where it can, get back down to a point where they're going to have to go on delays and things like that. But we also got tomorrow because supposedly they were predicting rain. Hopefully we don't suffer that they don't suffer the same fate tomorrow once WrestleMania Night 2 hits. So we'll just wait and see how all of that is going to go down. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in with us. And nonetheless, stay safe, mask up, peace and love worldwide. Have a good Saturday night. Enjoy yourselves for the rest of the night. Stay safe and all of that good stuff. And we hopefully get to see you tomorrow night and join us for night 2 of the live reaction of WrestleMania 37. Have a good night, everyone. Until tomorrow.